Hello, everybody, and welcome to Outcasts. Where last we left our party, they were disparate. So let's rejoin everybody together in Swampside. Welcome back to Swampside, everybody.
Disparate?
Ooh.
I've never heard that word.
Thank you.
I might be using it mildly improperly, but it's close enough for our
Close
purposes. All right. Here is our map. Here is our town of Swampside. And here's our party, complete with all of their followers, including their 4 new people, which brings us to 2 questions. First off, monthly finances. You guys are going to owe money. And secondly, are we keeping these 4 followers? Do you want them or do you want to release them?
Please, just fucking get rid of them.
I don't.
What is the argument against the out of character? What's the argument against the followers? And
It's just an annoying thing to drag along to every single thing. It slows down everything so much.
I get that, but in character, him and I are trying to build like an army for our future fucking maybe takeover of our kingdom. So at some point, we need to start like building this, and finding people on the road for disparaged soldiers who got kicked out seems like a good time. Maybe we could get these people to be their own group and start doing their own things. That would be really nice, rather than us following us. How does that sound as a good like medium?
that's like a
You can
compromise.
You can
It's like
convince
they're
them
doing their
of
own
that.
thing, but we have ties with them. I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think we can convince them to, hey, how about you work with us and we both do our own things. You guys can, you know, we have a name here in Swampside. We work for the magic shop. Maybe you guys can work for them and do like traveling through the swamp, like to and fro. We can teach you, you know, where to go, where to stay. Well, we can just kind of hand wave that, I'd assume, and then
Are
have
these
them
guys on our
do their
payroll
thing.
right now?
That's
They're
the
gonna
question.
have to be, yeah. Which means
on
they
your
need to start
payroll.
bringing us money.
Well, if they're on your payroll, they're not going to start bringing you money. They're going to be following you around, right? They're going to be helping you out. They're going to be... We're not going to be managing a separate group of people.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, this is just going to become an economics management game, which we can do, but that's not what we're here for.
Well, then, can
Yeah.
you help us with this, I guess? The issue is that Jamie and I want to start building, like, a group of people. And these seem like really good people to take, but it is also annoying to have to, like, drag them everywhere.
Yeah.
How do you...
And it creates a
How do-
conflict in the
yeah.
party, right? In character, right? For Grau, because he doesn't want people to know that he's a bear, and having a whole bunch of people around that he doesn't trust who might see him turn into a bear is, you know, outing him as a druid. So
Problem,
there's, it is problematic across every possible dimension,
Yeah.
which we probably should have
Well-
thought of before we recruited them.
I think it was
Well,
mentioned.
you-
It was.
You can let them go. If you want to start like recruiting people for a long-term goal, you can do that piecemeal over a long period of time.
Yeah.
But that's a rather slow and cumbersome process while you'll be paying out over a long period of time. You could also just grab a couple of folks who are more important to you, who you know more personally, and then when the time comes to gather a group, make a concerted effort to gather a group around rather than just like slowly building a large banner. We can also have Grau just do his own thing. He doesn't live in Swampside. He lives in the woods. And then when the party gets together, you might have a group and you might not take the entire group with you from place to place.
I
But then
think
you
it's
still have
Grau-
to pay
Grau-
all these fucking people.
Grau is gonna stay with the group. He's definitely not gonna live in the woods. That's not his thing anymore.
I think these aren't the followers of all 4 of us. These are kind of the followers of Ren and August. And I think Arrakis and Grau maybe, like, we kind of hang out with you guys, but we maybe travel slightly separate to you guys. You know, we've got our own tent. So I think it can be kind of a bit of one and a bit of the other, you know. You're not quite in the woods, but not necessarily in the same camp as these guys all the time walking next to them.
Is this a classic we can have our cake and eat it too moment? Like, there's no problem, guys. We got this.
Well, the problem is the money. We don't have the money to continue to pay these guys over a long time if we're not bringing money in.
Yeah, because we're going into November and someone needs to pay up 109 gold.
Well, I can barely
40 of it
afford
is for
my
these
own.
people.
Yeah. I think we just have to let him go. I
Well,
don't
no,
have the
we
money.
can go into debt. Listen,
With who?
we got
How
them
are
on
you gonna go into
layaway.
debt?
These guys were like, hey, listen, we owe you your wages. It was a rough month, but we had a big deal come in. We did what was it, the merchant? Or the cleric stuff?
Cleric thing, yeah.
That was a big
We're
payday.
about to rob a really
Yeah, we
good
didn't really
tomb.
spend all the money.
Yeah, that's
Bro
all
probably
gone.
buys the credit card in Balatro.
Ren knows some people. You can borrow some money based on Ren's reputation in the area.
Wait, hang on. Ren can borrow some money. August can borrow some money.
Ren can borrow some money.
I would just remember that delineation when Arrakis, Sakara, is just like, oh, guys, I need some money for this new spell book. I was just gonna remember, oh, you need some of your money for this new spell
The
book.
issue is Sakara really wants to keep his own money, but he also wants the safety of the
all right,
party. So
you
that's
guys
the fucking problem.
Owe me 5% of your kingdom. I'm looking at an IOU that says 5% of your
Yeah.
kingdom in my bag
You
right
will
now.
be
Exactly.
the kingdom
So you
wizard.
already got-
You will
you're
have
already
a
on
fucking
credits.
tower built by the slaves.
You will
of
have
our
a fucking
conquered
tower.
peoples. Okay.
Exactly.
That's your payment. You're gonna be there.
That's what I mean. So you guys are already borrowing money. You know, you're borrowing money to pay me for my time.
So,
Listen,
are
if
we
you keep
keeping these
talking about
people or
that-
not? Are we? Let's deal with this one at a time. Are we keeping
Okay.
these four fuckers, or are we letting them go?
Okay, so out of character, I
You
vote.
can, you can keep them. I don't give a shit. I just wanted to complain. Just do it with them. What do you think is right?
I want to keep them. They're gonna hang out at my camp and they're gonna help us out, but I also don't want them to be shitter 0th level followers forever if we're gonna be paying them good money. You know, we're gonna be doing training sessions at night where I'm teaching them shit with my squire.
Okay.
And if you want to give me a level of fucking exhaustion for that, amen. I'll keep a level of exhaustion if I can help train them.
All right. We've got 4 guards. We now need to pay 109 gold for the month of November, which we're actually partway through, and so we're kind of delaying the payment of it until the whole party gets together. So really, it's 109 gold now, and then in like 9 or 10 days, it's another 109 gold. So we're a little bit short on cash. We can borrow some money if we can't make it now, and we'll say you're gonna have to pay 20% more. So let's call it 130 just to round
we
things
just
out nice and easily.
Can we just talk to our followers and be like, hey, we gotta thank you for
It's
your
not
hard
just the
work.
follower cash. You need to pay for your own food and your own
Oh,
expenses,
that's
right?
true.
They are just a small part of it.
Here, I'm just throwing an idea out, right? Like, I'm going to need
Yeah.
to go back to that tomb. Maybe there's an option here to keep them occupied, out of our hair, and make a little bit of extra money. What if we build a path, maintain the path, you know, guard the tomb, and welcome it to the local villagers to come and pay their respects to a very important person from their village's history? We don't have to let anyone in the secret chamber at the back.
How does this make you any money?
They can
Oh,
donations.
tourism.
Donations, yeah.
Tourism. We're setting up a tourism office. I'm in.
I think that's actually not a bad idea, but
We can sell, like,
we need
merch
people,
at
we
the
need
front
people
door.
To care about
Shadow
Sigurd
Mage
Shadowhand.
merch.
Yeah, well, we just need to start telling the story about the Gloomwing. And the
How
great
big-
battle with the Bullywugs and how we sort of, like, reclaimed
Let's
this.
Pay
just- let's
extra
just do
to
a
see the
re-
dancing bear.
Wait,
Let's
here's
do
the
a
thing. Do we
real
want-
quick
wait,
sanity check on this concept. If you want this village of like 500 people to make you more money than it costs to build a path through the swamp to this tomb, how much are you going to charge them over what period of time? Like, what money are you really going to make from a tourism industry that does not exist at all? You're talking about like a multi-month, possibly year-long project to change the entire culture of a region.
You're forgetting one very important thing, though, aren't you, Neil? One key
Bring it on,
thing that
baby.
we all learned at a young age. If you
Yes.
build it,
They will.
they will come.
True.
If you can name what movie that's from, I'll give it to you.
Angels in the outfield.
No. Is it? No, it's something to do with
No,
baseball.
it's
a
not.
baseball movie.
It's something to do with
Oh, that's what it
baseball.
was, I
Fucking
thought.
cringe. Baseball
No.
movie.
No,
No
it is
one
Angels in
even
the
Field of
outfield.
Dreams. Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams, yes. That's it.
Field of Dreams.
Fuck.
I know
thought
this
Angels in the-
because it came up in an
Biblical.
interview one time. That's how I know it.
Damn, they're
It
both.
was an interview
fucking
with a
baseball
congressional
movies.
candidate in America, actually, funny enough.
Damn, why was he interviewing you?
That's the he played Sid.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wait, I thought I was making a joke.
that was it.
All right, we're gonna get money from this tomb. Let's take a loan and we'll just pay back. Who cares?
Yeah, we'll just take a loan, pay it back. Now you got to explain to the rest of the party because Ren and Arrakis are pulling into Swamp Side. When last we left those characters, they were sort of being chased out of Holy City Emberstone, and we're just gonna hand wave their escape because we didn't have time to make it happen. So
Wait, though, there is
you luckily escaped.
just one thing that I wanted to do. Is there a chance that the clerics and us were together at Autumn's
No.
place for a while? Not at all.
No, we're skipping right past Autumn's place, going straight to Swamp Side. Otherwise, we have to do solo sessions.
No,
We're all
I
here together.
understand that, but is there a chance that I could have got a cleric to do something
Nope.
for me? No. Okay, fine.
Nope.
It's gone.
Nope. We're skipping it. We're going straight to team play.
Skip.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hey
team.
guys, welcome back to Swampside. How was your time in Holy City Emberstone?
It was eventful. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped paying attention after like the 20th day in the church, but yeah, I did it. It was good, and being a priest isn't that bad, honestly.
You do look more youthful, Ren. Perhaps Cheese has blessed you.
Oh, thank you. I have been feeling quite young.
Though you do know what they say about the restorative effects of good company.
In that case, I should feel as old as an old prune.
But yes, August, it's good to see you again. Well, there was a misfortune in the city on my end. I guess eventually somebody recognized me, so did have to make a quick exit. But
Oh, at
not
least you're
too
alive.
much. Yes, well, they couldn't catch me, but I did have to leave.
Yeah, I'm
Brown
sure there will be
eye.
no consequences for that. People won't,
Surely.
come looking for you. It'll be fine.
I think when August arrives, Grau is actually in bear form. Because are we in like a tavern?
Yeah,
what
I imagine
We're
you're
not-
at your house or at the tavern next to your house. Yeah,
We're not
you're in
local.
civilization.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're out in public.
Yeah.
All right, so in that case, Grau probably comes up to Arrakis and gives him a very awkward hug because he hasn't really figured that part of.
Yeah. Okay. Arrakis is
Interactions
taken a
out
little
yet.
bit, but I think it's maybe the first time that Rouse
Mhm.
hugged him. I think maybe Arrakis has
Yeah.
hugged him before, but not so much the other way.
He's seen this as a thing
Yeah.
of like, oh, it's like a handshake. Because like at one point he saw this and then he asked maybe August about it, and I imagine August probably would have said something like,
Maybe told
"Oh,
you
it's
about
like a
it.
handshake, but more, right?"
Yeah.
So when you want to shake someone's hand, but it's more. So Grau goes up to Arrakis and gives him a big, I guess you could say, bear hug. And it's good to see you again, my friend. I've missed you.
And you as well, Gra. I'm glad to see that you've made it back here safely.
I always do.
Let's
Well,
get some food and something to drink. I'm parched.
I'll call for a round and I'll begin to explain as the food's getting prepared and coming.
Mm-hmm.
On Grau and I's adventure, we found a dungeon.
A dungeon, you say?
That's right.
It's correct. We just
How
need it
quaint.
opened. It's
I was led there by my dreams
Why you're
by
I was dreaming.
Nadinus.
every night, and Nadinus was telling me that this is the tomb of a very important person who hurt the creatures of the forest and nature very much. How much time has passed since the tomb and these? Is this like right on the
been
next day,
about a
Koibu?
month.
Okay.
A little less than a
Um,
month, but yeah. A little more than a month.
So Grau in this time period would have probably gone out into the forest and maybe talked to some animals about this
Mhm.
guy to see if anyone knows anything. Did he find out anything about this?
Oh, Grau. The first thing that you are going to be hit with is the frustrating disappointment that that animals are dumb, and
Yeah.
you're the smartest animal in the world. And when you try to describe such a thing, it's difficult to be like pull out a particular person and have them identify a particular person. But you've got a
Mhm.
month, and you're a smart bear. And so
Mhm.
eventually you will get the impression from these creatures as you expand your course of conversation that there are people who capture and take animals away. And that's pretty much as close as you can get. Not just like hunters where they kill them in the fields, but like people who specialize in animal capture and retrievil.
It's like a
Um,
boogie
and the-
man.
Like a what?
It's like a boogeyman for them. Like, do they
Yeah,
all look
like
the same?
men.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily it's one, individual person, but there's definitely no, in this region at least, no concept of a person who just goes out and like tortures animals en masse in the woods. But there are like groups that will go out and hunt bears and drag them into cages and haul them off into the lands of civilization, never to be seen from again.
You say
This
Nadinus?
individual person is not known.
You say Nadinus
Okay.
told you about this place?
I believe so, yes.
Is someone responsible for torturing and harming animals? What exactly are we dealing with here?
He was.
We know that-
Oh, sorry, Grau. Go ahead.
I believe he was an interrogator for the Empire.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Dealt
look
with some bad people.
as Grau says that. I look to August and then back to Grau and say, "Sounds like it would be pretty dangerous then."
Yeah, I believe so.
That's true, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Am I right, Arrakis?
I
We
look
need
at
money.
my slowly emptying cup. Yes, I think you're right.
I've been here for the past month, training up the soldiers. I think they're starting to get it. I point to the 4 men at the table next to us with Stacy at the helm.
Well, that's good. If we're to delve into a dungeon, we'll need someone to guard the entrance for us, make sure we're not trapped.
That's right.
Mind our camp.
Mind Schnickelfritz the second.
Ren, I don't know how your lockpicking has come and gone, but in my studies, I've been working for a long time now for a spell that might let me through a locked door. It's eluded me so far, but perhaps I'm on the precipice of a discovery.
Oh,
Give me.
well,
perhaps...
why would you need Why would you need to pick locks? I can do it.
Well, that's what I'm
a trained thief.
That's what I'm
Are you
saying.
good at it?
Has your skill improved since the last time we attempted?
Yeah, I'm proficient at picking locks.
He's trolling you.
Yes. Well,
It's not my strongest skill. I've been pickpocketing. Actually, speaking of pickpocketing, Neil, how long have I been in this town before we are having this meeting?
Well, one of the things I wanted to do was level us up because you all get experience.
There you go. Question: can I have been pickpocketing my expenses?
If you want to pickpocket your expenses, then we're also just going to hand wave a die roll to see if maybe you got into some trouble with the law and someone had to bail you out of jail.
What do you want? Roll. You want a pickpocket roll? If I'm just doing petty crime to pay for my day-to-day.
If you're, I want to oversimplify this so we can just roll it once and
one
be
pickpocket
gone
roll.
with it.
One pickpocket roll.
We'll do one pickpocket roll, but if you roll a 95 or higher, you get into
fucked.
serious trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 5% chance. I'm sorry, a 96
Let's go.
or higher.
Let's go. 60. Easy.
All right, you've been able to pickpocket over the course of your time here in Swampside. Roll me 3d6 for gold and 3d20. I'm sorry, 60-20 for silver.
Down.
There's 3d6 for gold. Roll
11 gold.
What was it?
3d20.
60-20.
Oh, 60-20.
60-20. 60-20 for gold.
Silver.
43 gold.
That's not bad.
Silver.
Okay,
Silver.
15 gold. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
Before we go off to level up in that, I want to, as we're like leaving, I want to pull Ren aside. Oh no, I've been with Ren actually. So I think something that I've said to you is, when you're pilfering the pockets of the peasants,
Yeah.
in the future, if you come across any keys, like for their front door or whatever, that they don't, that you don't need, don't have any value, hand them over to me. I might be able to make use of them. So I'm in the market for just
How would you?
keys generally. This spell that I'm talking about, the component is a key of similar size to the lock you're trying to open.
Oh, so you'll need a supply of keys, a variety of sizes and shapes,
There you go.
and make.
Odd thing to
Interesting.
come by, but something that I think that maybe you might have a supply of.
Well, now I know if I ever need a bit of work, all I got to do is make someone an incredibly uniquely sized and shaped key
There you go.
to make it impervious to that particular spell.
Oh, well, the spell
I
has
give him
some
a little
tricks,
wink.
but yes.
Good idea, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to retire to my room for the next few days to level up and learn some spells.
All right, let's do level ups. I got notes on everyone's experience here. So, I have been calculating experience since the last time we got it, which was a long, long time ago. And I have totals for us all. Renatus, you are going
Let's do
to
it.
acquire 12,025 experience.
Holy shit! Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's been a lot of
12,000.
adventuring.
What did I do? I mean, never mind.
Well, you had a
Thank you.
solo session.
We rescued Grau,
And
worked with the Fireflies. We defended the pass in the swamp.
killed the
Jesus.
Hydra.
Killed
You
the
met your
Hydra.
wife. You had that whole wife session, which was they had some good story XP for you there. There were
Emotion,
things with
everything.
gremlins. Yeah.
Yeah, there was gremlins, that's true.
there was a bunch of shit, right?
All right, I'm in.
Okay. Arrakis, including your solo session, you come out to 12,925. I did count all the spells you cast.
That's fine. 12,900.
25.
Okay. I'm gonna need to roll some stuff now.
Obviously. Let me just get everyone their
you're doing
totals
that
here.
first. Yep.
Oh, I forgot to finish these other guys for their last session. This was
Just add 10K.
Story. Right, I
Holy
didn't finish
XP.
that because we didn't finish the dungeon. Okay, so that is 1. Oh, and so August. You know what, August? I think I forgot to add hit dice of creatures defeated. I'm going to figure it out on the fly, and we're just going to increase this amount by a bit. Your total is 14,345 plus your 10%. August, and that's
Awesome.
mostly
Thank
because
you.
of those big HPs of creatures you were fighting.
How much do you get?
Oh no,
Mitch?
I did add that. No, I'm sorry, August. No, ignore that. It's
What do you
it's
want?
1, 2, 4, 9, 5 plus 10%.
Okay.
1,
1,
2,
2, 4,
4,
9, 5 times
9, 5 plus 10%.
Got it.
Which is, what's your total now?
I'm about to add it. 0, 5, 0. My total's 24,305.
And Grow. You missed a couple of sessions here. And then we didn't get to finish your big XP boost of the tomb, which we're about to do. So your XP total is a little bit lower than everyone else's.
This is the teacher telling you that you're the only student that didn't pass the test.
It's very unfortunate.
I think you'll get another level.
Yeah, you level quickly, I think.
Druids are quick levelers.
You get 5,725.
Holy shit.
I think it might be fine.
That puts me at 16,550.
Then that means that you are 5th level.
No?
Augers.
There you go.
I think everyone has hit 5th.
Everybody's hit 5th. Maybe the thief is hit.
Moon, you
6th.
needed
I'm in
16,000 to be 5. Did you hit
That's
5?
right. I'm that.
All right. And Wizard, you needed 40,000 to hit. I'm sorry, 20,000 to hit 5. Did you hit it?
I did.
Excellent.
I did.
And Druid needed 20,000 to hit. 12,500 to hit 5, which it sounds like you did.
I did.
Sounds like you did.
And Rogie Boy, you were a level ahead of everyone, so you needed 20,000.
That's right, 20,000
for
for 6.
Did you hit that?
Okay.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, there we go.
Well, let's go down the line. Let's start with the prince that was promised but is not yet delivered. August, why don't
would
you
you
roll
like?
us? I want some hit points, my friend.
Let's
I want
see it.
the D10 plus your con mod of 0
I have 0.
for HP.
1d10.
Here
7.
it goes. I'm seeing it. Oh, a 7.
Oh!
You can't complain with a 7. Mitch.
31. No, I'm not complaining at all. I'm happy.
That's great. Yeah. Nice
You
work.
get another +1 to hit. So under your combat tab, from level goes up
Added
to
it.
+4. You are 5th level. Did you save a non-weapon
Yes,
proficiency?
I did.
Oh.
Okay.
I've been waiting.
Go ahead. Add that 1 to your glaive. That'll give you another 2 to hit and 1 to damage with your glaive.
Ooh.
2 to hit and 1 to damage. So 3 and 4 to damage?
Yeah,
So
'cause
are you an expert
1 is from
now,
your strength.
or
There you go.
Yep. And then I'm at
Needs to be a 3 over here, though. There we go.
okay, and we're good.
can you just roll
Um,
this like 3 attacks to
2
see how
attacks
badass
per
you are
round,
now?
right?
No, 1.5
fifth?
attacks per round. At 7th level, it goes up to 2.
Okay, maybe I'm misremembering it.
Yeah. Fighter
There you go.
attack. 7th level, you get higher
7th
rate.
level, it's 2. Okay.
You get +7 to hit. now.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wait.
That's
Also,
about right.
your
Thank you.
saving throws are going to go up, Growl. not Grau,
August.
August. You're going to get 11 for paralyzation, poison, and death magic.
Got it.
13 for rod, stabs, and wands. 12 for paralyzation, petrification, and polymorph.
Yep.
13 for breath weapons, and 14 for spells.
Cool.
And no non-weapon proficiencies at this point.
And no weapon, correct?
No, you would get a weapon
Perfect.
at 6. Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Next up
Huge.
is your elderly uncle, Renatus Fur.
Hello
And
there.
I think you are getting a D8 for HP, if I recall correctly.
Is it D8? Oh man, you're being generous.
Was it a D6? Sometimes we do D8s for rogues. I can never remember what we pick for any given campaign.
What did we say for rogues? Does anyone remember?
Well, I've been doing.
we
I've
said
been
D8.
doing. I've been doing D6 for wizards, so I think rogues.
We
are
said
probably
D8 for rogues.
Yeah, it must
All
be
right,
D8
easy,
for you.
right? Let's roll an 8 here, boys.
That's what we want.
Oh,
Huge.
shit!
You needed that.
I just basically
shit, you got
doubled
an
my
eight.
HP.
Holy
Yeah, he
fuck.
needed that.
Oh, that's
22.
huge.
Max HP for you. Oops, not
Oh,
222.
what you
It's a
will.
good level.
That was really good.
All
Yeah.
right.
We needed that.
I
And
do
I'm going to
believe-
improve my thief skills by 30 percentage points, 15 per skill maximum.
That's right.
I'm going to put that move silently was actually really clutch, so I'm going to put 15 points into move silently, bringing me up to a 35% on that. And hide and shadows was, oh shoot, I just actually did that wrong. Oops, hold on, let me undo that. Yeah, 15 points in move silently and 15 points in. Well, if he's going to be able to open locks, I'm just going to skip that one.
That's if I I've failed this spell 3 times already, so no promises.
Okay. I will put 15 points into open locks. I got a 25% chance to open a lock. Not bad.
Okay, 25% chance to do a dungeon if Nick fails.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Right. Not bad. You get no bonus to hit. As a rogue, your saves went up at level 5, so they don't go up here. Double checking that they're right. They're right. And at level 6, I don't think you get any proficiencies either. So I think for you at this level, it's just HP and skills.
I will take. I think I get my next 2 skills at level 8, but I will take 8 HP. That is like a perfect level.
huge.
I'm
Yeah,
super happy with
amazing.
that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
massive.
All right. Next up is Grau the Druid. Mr. Druid Pants. You are also rolling a D8 for HP.
I've rolled garbage on like every single HP roll. so
Please
far.
roll. Come on. Come on,
You've
dude.
got
This is pretty important. We gotta hit 1. We're due. We're
This is
literally
the
We are
due.
literally due.
This is the 6. You got it.
Oh, 3.
It's
What do you
fine.
mean you've rolled garbage? You have awesome HP.
It's fine because this literally means that we're due next
We're
time.
due next time.
29.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's how gambling works. Yeah, just keep going.
Wrecked.
Level
Right.
3 spells for Grau.
Sustain
Yeah.
this.
I don't know shit about that.
That's probably pretty important, actually. You've probably got some good spells there.
Level 3 spells are where they like start to take off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what druid spells, but there'll be some
I don't
good
know what
shit in
spells
there.
you have, but yeah.
I mean, he is more in tune with Nidius now, so it makes sense.
There you go.
Yes. So you're going to have your magic. We were saying that your magic is a little bit slower because
Yeah.
you're getting all your shape shifting early. So you're getting half the number of spells. So you're going to have 2 first slots, 2 first, 2 second,
1/3?
and 1/3.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It reminds me of just wizard leveling, honestly.
Oh, mate, not like me. I've got so many now.
You
2
have a lot of
first,
firsts
2
and
second,
seconds.
1/3.
It's 2 first, 1 second, 1/3 is where
Okay.
we're going with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
1 second, 1/3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets an additional first for his high wisdom.
Got it.
I will fill out your spell list. I got that.
Awesome.
We're gonna do this here. And additionally, 5th level priest. No, you got higher saves at 4th level, so you chill here, and no say proficiencies, weapon or non-weapon.
Any improvements
bonus
to my bear combat skills?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
All right.
You got that 17 strength. Excellent. I think at next level you get a bonus of 1 to hit. And we'll deal with all those things in a later edition. Last but not least, we have Mr. Arrakis himself, the highest rolling HP wizard anyone has ever met.
Yes, 15 HP.
Really quick, do I update my HP to 29?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
1d6 for you, sir.
I could take a 1 here and walk away happy. Yeah, I'm not saying that
That's a good-
I'm not happy with a 1.
that's how to do it.
But
It's a
I could walk away happy with a 1.
It's a good way to be.
We get a 4 though.
Get a
and
4.
We take them. We take them every day of the week. Okay, so we're up to
still,
19 HP here. Do I get a bonus to hit at level 5, Neil?
It should be 1 is your bonus
It's
to hit.
still 1.
Level 5.
Okay, that's
Huge
unfortunate. What else do I get? I get some new spell slots, right? So I now cast. Hold on to your heart slots. I cast 6 level 1 spells, 4 level 2 spells, and 3 level 3 spells.
3
a day.
level 3s.
3 level 3s. One of
You
which
have high
has
wisdom,
to be
right?
shadow. Yeah, but that's not
That's
why. It's just because
That's
I'm.
not why.
No, it's because I'm a specialist. That gets me an extra 1 and a red robe,
right.
so I get an extra 2 per level.
Red robes help a lot.
So I now have to roll for some spells to learn.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is there's a lot of the good shadow spells are in Sigris's tomb. So I don't really want to pick those ones as the ones that I'm taking for free when I level up, because I can always go and learn them. But they are the best ones. So I'm going to take 1 from this tomb and roll for it now and just try and get it right away, because I don't know when I'll get the
Is
time.
that called Shadow Cloak?
That's Shadow Cloak, yeah. And then I'm going to
Okay.
learn Shadow Bolt and Paralyzation when I level up. But
Ah.
these are already there, Neil.
And
Unless you're
and your chance for these is 80%?
80%, yeah.
Okay, so you want an 80 or lower on a D100.
That's right. So we're doing it
Okay.
top to bottom here. So Shadow Bolt first.
Got a bolt? Fail.
Paralyzation. Shadow
Good.
Cloak.
Pass.
Good.
Pass.
Shadow Bolt was fine. It's fine. That's a good one to lose.
It's fine. I mean, it's just kind of lame, but whatever.
Wee, wee.
And also, Neil, we're taking a week here while we're leveling up, right? That's how this works. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
also try and learn Magic Key again after I level up, which is a
Yeah,
50%.
magic-
It's in
Where
Thalia's
is
spell
Magic
book.
Key? Perfect. And it's a 2nd level spell?
Yeah, and as I'm there, right, I was just thinking about this. For those of you who watch the solo session, I'm trying to work out the password for this book. It struck me as odd that the only level 3 spell that isn't hidden is Dispel Magic. And I figured that could also itself be a basic passphrase, so I will try that, Neil. And say Dispel,
words
dispel
Magic?
magic as I'm turning the pages, yeah.
Unfortunately, that doesn't do anything.
Okay, so I learn Magic Key. 50%, 50 or lower. 98.
Damn.
Wee, wee.
So we can't get into the team, right? Probably.
Well, probably, yeah.
Well, I got a 25% chance.
There's also a chance that we just break the fucking door down.
Yeah.
Can we? Is it possible Stacy could get some XP? I don't know if she's 0th level or 1st level. Just kind of want her to be a somebody one day.
Well, Stacy has never fought in combat. She's been held in reserve,
Okay.
and she's maintained her 0th level fighter status because she hasn't really done any adventuring.
I've been
so far,
trying to
we've been a
train her
little...
to get her to 1st.
Yeah, and I think there's a certain amount of fear of losing these people that you've been working with, and that is a reasonable thing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
But if you want her to become an effective person and begin to level, first off, it'll sap XP from the party.
Yeah.
Yep. From the party as a whole, not just you. It's not you're giving up your XP. The whole party now will share it with her.
Got it.
And also, she's going to have to risk her life. She's never going to level if she never risks anything. Which
Can you
means
get
could lose
first if
Stacy.
she doesn't like get in there and fight?
I'm
That's
gonna need
what
to
I've been
see
trying to
some
do.
level of commitment of her from something.
I've been saying that I've been training her nonstop since 4 sessions ago, and all I wanted was her to kind of get like, I guess, first-ish. Because once she's first, then I think she can actually maybe start doing stuff, and that's like the plan.
We'll start her at first. We'll keep her at 8 HP. I'll
Makes
fill out
me
some of
so
her
happy.
things.
Yep.
All right, done.
Perfect.
Stacy is a level 1
Successfully
fighter.
lawyered.
Okay, now, can dogs level up? That's the real question.
Unfortunately, not.
Fuck.
She can specialize. She has not picked her specialization yet. She would need someone who knows a weapon. So if you want to train her in glaive, then she can specialize in glaive. If you want to train her, have her specialize in arming sword or spear, she's going to need someone who is. She's
I'm
gonna
probably
going
going
to
to train her in glaive,
someone.
but I don't have another glaive to give her right now, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
I can train her in arming sword or dagger.
There you
as
go.
Well as
Probably
two-weapon
best for her to
fighting.
have arming sword.
Excellent.
There we go.
Well, we'll work on those things. And
That's right.
I think we rolled Stacy. She's young, right?
She's young. Yep.
Yeah. So right
She's-
now we didn't bother filling out her stats. They're just 10 down the line, but
No, I have her
oh,
stats.
that's a placeholder. Do you? What are her
Yeah.
stats?
There you go. But
Oh.
you had said that these stats were flexible in the future because she's so young. That's what you said, yeah.
What's her age right now? 16 or something?
I don't think I have it written down, do I? Yeah, probably like 16. Sure. Whatever Koibu wants it to be.
That's fine.
So she's still coming of age, like...
Yeah. She
Yeah.
got some time. She's ambidextrous, which was lucky.
Mm,
So I think we'll go the 2-weapon fighting route for her.
I could teach her.
That's right.
Excellent. Okay, Z.
I'm gonna go buy an axe so that if we need to chop... I saw the door, right, Neil? Is it wood?
Stone.
Stone. Okay, he might have stone shape. We'll be okay.
Right. Well, why don't you tell the party about this tomb that we've been talking about?
So,
What is this place?
we were adventuring, and as we said, Grau kept having dreams, and we eventually kind of found the precipice of it, which was a big ceremony for the kingdom's #1 torturer. He worked directly with Wattis Thresh, who I found out is the Archmage of Valesburg.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no idea who this person was. She was the one who cursed me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she was the one who cursed me and turned me into a bullywug. Did I not tell you this?
I don't think you said the name. What's his thresh? The Archmage of Valesburg. That's got to be one of the most powerful wizards in the Empire.
Apparently, she worked directly with this guy, so he was one of the most powerful men in the Emperor.
He must
or the
have been
Empire.
an expert torturer.
Must have been. But, as Grau was telling me, he feels compelled to break in here. Grau?
Okay.
It's just what Nadinus needs from me. There's something really important in there, and I've been searching for so long for something that will help me.
Important to who you are?
I think so, yeah. Why else would Nadinus bring me here?
That makes sense. Well, we should go then.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
we
it'll
should.
be something good to do.
How far is it?
However, we do have a couple of matters we need to talk about first. Namely, the state of the finances of the party.
Well, I have my, I've been paying my expenses as I've traveled. I'm down to a few coins now. But how much is my expenses, Neil?
10.
Yeah, so I'm paying my 10 gold. I've got 15 gold left.
Okay, what was... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, I'm because like I've been paying my way as I've been traveling, and now I take my coin purse out, and I've got about 21 gold actually in silver and gold, so I can contribute, but let's not go totally bankrupt. So who's short?
I have no money.
Interesting. I look across your
no
assembly,
money.
your assembled henchmen.
We spent a lot of money on the previous quest.
Correct. Did Autumn not give us a tip?
We haven't been back to see her yet.
Oh.
Have we?
No,
No.
you had your minions take her there, and then you were going to meet them all back in Swampside.
Minions!
Right.
Did Autumn give you any money? Did Autumn say anything?
Stacy will report to you that Autumn did not give any additional money. That the bag of holding, which you hold in your hands, was the payment plus whatever extra that you had over. And it was
probably
your
fair
choice
enough.
to spend 5,000 gold to hire a single cleric.
Is what it is. It got done.
You could have traded time and gone to another town, but instead you did it all in one town.
That's right.
And so now we're broke.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. We're just gonna go to the tomb and find money there. It's that easy.
Well, it's as good a plan as any, I suppose.
It's that easy, guys.
But yeah, I hate to inform you that that spell, I don't know, it's cursed. I can't make a breakthrough, so I won't be able to make a key for the lock.
What about you, Grau?
Fair.
What spells do you have that can help us with this?
Sorry, just before we move on from expenses,
Oh, yeah.
how much do I owe, and how much do my dogs cost? I just want to get a picture here. I'm taking notes.
I think you're on 14, is it?
There's
Two
a
for each dog?
monthly expenses handout. So each player character is 10 GP in
perfect.
expenses. Each dog is 1 GP. The horse is 9. Stacy's 10. Melvin and Rudy are 4 each, and the guards are 10 each.
So we all cost
Okay.
10, 10, 10, and 11, and Moot costs like 60. That's
Why do you
just,
say just me? What about Ren?
aren't they your?
Yeah.
Aren't they your?
These
I'm
are the fucking
splitting.
parties, people. If
Okay. All right.
you guys are
All
pissing
right.
me off. You guys are you're wounding me up.
I hear a faint
Okay.
ribbit in the distance.
Ribbit.
Okay, I'm taking at least half of the responsibility for Rudy and Melvin and the guards.
Thank you.
So
I don't understand what's so hard, Arrakis. Why can't we all just share money? You're a stingy fuck, man.
Easy to say for someone who's never had to worry about coin in their life before.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have to worry about getting murdered in the middle of the night anymore. Isn't that worth a price?
I
I've
just.
never had to worry about coin in my life. Is that not a good thing?
It is a good thing. Yes.
Would be.
You're right.
That is a good thing. I agree.
Yeah.
It's
So-
fine. We're going to the tomb.
Will we make money at the tomb? Should we perhaps shore up our expenses right now? I had to take a loan to pay. I owe I think I owe, what
130.
is it?
130 gold.
130 gold? Yeah.
Don't you
Do you
still
have
owe a
some-
man for a horse as well in a village near the tomb?
That man doesn't know anything about us. Worst case scenario,
Yes.
we could sell the bag of holding. We could get a very pretty penny for this.
I don't think
No.
so. This is an incredibly rare artifact.
What we
Hey,
could
well,
do though
that's
is we
why I
could
said
offer to
worst case scenario.
we could offer to transport supplies with our bag of holding.
That is fine. Yeah, I'm down to do that. But I think that unless I'm speaking for Grau, it seemed like this was a very huge moment for Grau, and he really cared about this tomb. Do you not?
No, I do. I think we should go there. I'm surely. I do fear that perhaps this man, instead of gold pieces in burlap sacks, may have jars filled with the tongues and ears of his victims.
Okay, I will compromise with the party. I am willing to go further into debt. However, if after this quest, Grau, I would appreciate it if we could make some money and clear our financial situation. The financial situation of the party is dire.
Surely
Just
there will
go-
be.
Yeah, I agree.
A man like this will be buried with coin, no doubt. If we can break our way in there and survive whatever dastardly traps they've cooked up, I'm sure we'll make out with coin.
Sure, Autumn
Well,
will have us
I
do
never
something as
understood
well.
burying men with coin. I mean, my father always said you can't take it with you. So,
Well-
if I was tasked with burying some noble with coin, I would just take the coin. It's not like he needs it in the afterlife.
But he might
Grandpa
need
said
it.
that.
Is that not the belief that they go and use these things in the afterlife?
Yeah, if you believe in one of the sillier gods.
A human lying for coin. What a surprise.
Hey.
All right, enough squabbling amongst each other. Let's get the shit and let's go to the tomb. Grau, what can you do to help us open this door?
So, I have observed that I can make stones and earth become a little bit more soft under the work of my powers. I don't
Yeah.
know to what extent this could help with opening the tomb. It's not really enough to destroy something as big as that tomb. I don't think I could make a hole in it, but maybe I could warp the stone around the door.
What would you
Yeah.
call this spell?
Soften earth and stone, I think.
You call it soften
Well, he
or
also
stone
has-
shape?
3rd level spells, which I'm adding to his character sheet right now. And
Stone
we should
Shade,
probably go to a break. And when we come back from the break, he'll have his 3rd level spells, and we can do this for realsies.
Amazing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are on our way, hopefully, to the tomb. We bring in the whole party, so that way we don't have to fight monsters in the swamp, hopefully. And bandits will leave us alone. Isn't that right?
That's right.
That's right.
Is there anything we want to do before we leave?
Does Grau speak to Arrakis about his spells? Or is this, do you keep your abilities to yourself?
Yeah, I think Grau has had time to like discover, because he doesn't really know any of this, right? He just kind of discovers it as he goes. Like one day he's walking around, he's like, "Wait, I can fucking walk on water. What the fuck is this?"
So I
As
would,
he just-
I would
yeah.
argue that because Arrakis has spellcraft, and that does give him some knowledge of the kind of common spells that priests would cast, that I think he could probably help Grau understand the properties of his spells. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Like I
will
think
help
he
him do
also, the way I imagine is he also has like some sort of intuitive understanding of how
Yeah.
these work, right? Like he just kind of knows. I'm trying to think of an example.
I think
but
like you kind of know, but then there's like maybe little things that are like
Yeah.
if you're a common caster of magic, you know, well that works that way or that works that way that you might not know. So I think I'll help you get to grips with your spell. I think at some point I'm going to ask you to cast a spell for me, but I won't do that right away.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pick up some clay because Grau told us that he needs clay for his stone shape, so we can get the door.
Easy,
There you go.
easy. Go down to Potter's, grab some clay.
Yeah, I need to buy some black silk. I think that's basically fairly simple. So
Nice. Down.
Yeah.
Give me your-
And we're off.
They're...
I'm off. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Jamie.
All right, let's do it. I was gonna say, if we're doing a day in town, I want to pickpocket. I want to hunt.
Nah, well, we've just had a week, I think. So I guess we.
All right,
Yeah. Let's just
let's
get
skip
on.
it then.
Yep.
Let's just get on. Lovely.
Let's
All
get
right,
it on.
Schnickel Fritz is going to be our token. We're going to come over here to Pipari. We're going to go north a bit, and not on this map, but there is a small trail that leads this way along the edge of the forest. And that is where we are going to be going. We're going to head on over here, and it's off on this road that you find the trail that goes to the place. Yeah.
Walking through the woods, if I ever pass an oak, I'll get some of its bark and just kind of put it in one of my pockets. You know.
Excellent. Yep. You grab some oak, you put it in your pocket, and do you look for some berries?
Not today, no.
Okay. All right. Well, party, we can find our way back to this freshly made tomb, maybe a week and change later. So we're getting here near the end of November.
Ugh.
I'm going to bring us to
Alright.
a map. Brand new map. Here we
Barkskin's
go.
so good for him.
Yeah, Buckskin's nice.
Good call, Nick.
Classic druid spell.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, party. Here is our area. Now, for those of you who are seeing this map for the first time, the tomb map has the trees not quite match the surroundings because, you know, tokens, what are you going to do about it? But imagine those all match up perfectly and pretty like. But other than
Wait.
that, this is an accurate representation.
Where are we looking on the map?
Far right of the map.
No, down over here.
Oh,
Down over here is where
Right.
the tomb is proper.
Where it gets
Right.
all weird. Oh shit, this looks like Newgrange. It's all Stonehenge-y and
Yeah.
a burial mound-like. All right, we got some druid shit going on here.
So as we get to
I
this
mean-
place, Neil, is there the remnants of there being a big camp here, or does it just look like it's just normal?
No, it's been cleaned
countryside?
up.
It's been well cleaned. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So as we get into this clearing, I'll say, so this is the place then, I assume.
This is where they tortured animals and called on Verasi to look down, I guess. Or no, it was Ponos. I lied.
Even worse.
Yeah.
At least Verasi can offer some respite to those in suffering.
It's a blight on this forest. If it were for me, we would tear it all down.
Well, let's liberate them of their gold coins, and then we can do just that.
It's a blight on civilization. That we would call ourselves better than the beasts and do this to them.
Shall I check the door for magic before we...
Yeah. They said it was going to be a dungeon and that there were traps in place. So I don't think that this is just going to be a walk in the park, if that makes sense. We're going to need magics to find hidden traps and your skills too, dear uncle. Stacy.
Stop finding being one of my
Yes.
least useful skills.
It's all right. Could be a little useful. Stacy, take these 4 and the other 2 and set up camp. We're gonna be here for a few days probably.
All right. Stacy will take the horse and the 4 soldiers and the 2 camp followers and the dogs and begin to set up camp for the party.
See, isn't that nice, guys? We don't have to set up camp.
I give Stacy like a couple of instructions, and I'd be like, "Hey, use that ridge line. You want to have, you want to have your back to a wall. You don't want people to be able to sneak up on you." And I just give her a few tips about where to set up the camp. And I reckon he probably wants to set up the camp to the
Here,
north.
you think?
Yeah, somewhere like in this kind of area or here.
Yeah.
These are kind of pretty defensible locations.
Perfect.
So as they're setting up the camp, I come to the frontier by the Stonehenge area, and I will cast Detect Magic.
This is the door.
Yeah,
Just heads up,
and
yeah.
I will observe both the door and the stones and the area around here just to make sure that there's no magical wards.
Roll me a 1d10, sir.
1d10.
Roll me a 1d10.
3.
I reckon this is one of Neil's paranoia rolls. He gets to just roll a dice to fuck with you.
Well, it could be determining the school of a magic aura.
Maybe.
That's what it probably is, but usually he described the aura before he asked for the roll.
It's a beacon. It just alerted someone you shouldn't have cast a spell here.
Yeah, maybe. In which case, well, not much that can be done about that.
There is indeed a magical aura placed on the door. Now, the door that you see before you is like, like French doors, a left door and a right door that come together in the middle. And there's like a metal mechanism that sits between the 2 doors that has a slot for a key. And it's above and slightly to the right on the right door where you are getting this magical sensor coming from. It is an alteration spell of detect magic. What is the detect magic range? Dim, faint, moderate, strong, or overwhelming. It is a faint magical aura.
Did you mean to use the word sensor?
What did I say about sensor?
You said it was a small sensor up and to the right of where the lockers.
Center.
Oh,
Sorry.
center. Is it like on top of the stone? Is it the stone itself, or is it like behind the stone that it's poking through like a hole or something?
It wouldn't be coming through the stone, you don't think. Detect magic probably wouldn't cut through stone that deep. So it's either embedded into the stone or sits directly on top of the stone. Unfortunately, detect magic won't give you the like shape or outline of the thing. It won't even really tell you what its full extent is, but it'll give you that there's like magic in this area. Think about it like you are. What's a good example here? I'm blanking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what I think then is thinking 2 things. One, we could try and go in through the stone off to the side, like just like in the side of the hill, or alternatively, if that's like quite high on the door, this magic spell, maybe if we could just like stone shape a small
Under
arch at the bottom of the door that we could just like crawl under and hopefully not try and trigger the trap above.
Yeah. What do you think, Arrakis? Think above or below?
Well, the trap is to the top side of the door, so I think going below would be better if we had to pick.
Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. I misread this spell here. You don't see that magic aura. You actually see a straight up symbol that appears on the door. My mistake.
Wizard
This is a moon rune spell. And moon runes arrive or appear under set conditions, like when an elf views it or in the light of the full moon. But moon runes also appear if detected via a detect magic or a detect invisibility or true seeing or any of these other spells. It will show you the rune.
And what are these usually used for? Moon runes?
Well, they can cover an area up to 1 square foot. So sometimes it's just to make a marking. Like you want maybe you're following a magical path, and so you'd use moon runes to mark the path. Or sometimes it's to inscribe some text, because it can make a rune or mark up to a square foot of area. So some small amounts of text in the stone.
Okay. What is what is the symbol?
In this situation, the symbol that appears, it's actually a couple of symbols. There's obviously the sign of Ponos, the cleric, or the deity. It's got the inward purple spiral. There is also the symbol of a pair of doors that are like kind of slightly opened, ajar. And above them is the symbol of an axe. And below them is a symbol of a... give me an intelligence check. Whoever has the highest int in the party, which I think is Arrakis.
Probably the wizard.
Failed.
It's a panel, like a wooden panel, maybe like the side of a ship, or a square shield, or a cellar door, or a wide door, or it looks like a square made out of like multiple slats of wood. And that's 1, 2, 3 symbols. And then there is a left arrow. Like it goes up and then hooks to the left.
Can you make an attempt of drawing this?
I will draw this for you. Right here.
Does
right
Ponos
on the hill.
have words? Are his words suffering is good for mankind?
I think he just likes suffering, no? He doesn't think it's good. He just... it's like
there,
ice cream to him.
There are many words for Ponos. Suffering is good for mankind is not really like a thing that people would say about him.
I'm wondering if there's like a phrase that comes to mind.
Gods can be interpreted in a lot of ways. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
But looking at this though, I see these moon runes, but I don't see any magic that would like. It's not like this is a magically locked door, and the rune is a clue to the key phrase, because the door itself's not magical. It's only these moon runes.
It's just this. You're not getting any other magic on the door.
I walk away with a concerned look on my face, and I kind of shrug at August if he's watching me, and I go past him to one of the guards taking a break from making the camp, and I say, "Hey, you over there? Can I need your help for a second?"
Yep, you're about to send
one of the guards will
10 gold a month.
I point him towards the door, and I say, "I need you to think of Ponos. Clear your mind." And then I touch him on the shoulder and I mumble some arcane words. And I say, I motion towards the door and say, "Go and touch it."
He looks at you. Ponos? God of suffering?
That's right. That's who's buried here, or one of his servants.
Am I going to suffer?
No, of course not. If there was any risk, I'd do it myself. I just need a willing...
Check if Nick is lying.
I'm not lying. Well, I am lying because I've not cast a spell. I don't expect anything to happen, but just to be safe,
What do you... This feels weird, just to send this NPC to go die.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to scare him. I'm trying to shit people up.
Okay.
But you can roll a perception check if you want, and if you pass, you can tell that I'm being slightly deceptive.
I just want to know if you're being deceptive. What do you want, perception or charisma or...
Charisma, please.
Okay, I don't notice.
Oh shit, you drew the things. Okay.
I'm drawing the things. Let me just put them in their proper order now.
This motherfucker's out here doing hieroglyphics.
Like, when I look at this immediately, I imagine that blood dripping down the door into a grate opens the door, and then you go in and to the left. That is what my brain says when I see these symbols.
Yeah, could be.
All right. These are the symbols that appear before
Okay.
you.
I send the guy
And
off
this
to
is
touch the door.
exactly how they appear.
Yep. I mean, these panels look a little bit better. This is the crappy version, but yes. Imagine everything looking slightly nicer. Your guard will walk on over, holding his breath. Before he touches the door, he looks over his shoulder and says, "If anything happens to me, I expect to be paid extra." And touches the
worry.
door.
I run over to him. I walk hastily over to him, and I say, "Do you feel the same?
Yeah.
You don't
Stone
feel
feels kind of cold.
as your suffering not being alleviated?
I wasn't particularly suffering.
Think back to some past trauma. I think you may find that the burden has lessened." You're welcome.
Closes his eyes. Thinks. He shakes his head a few times and opens his eyes. No, those are still very unpleasant memories, sir.
I guess it takes longer than I expect. Well, you're welcome anyway. I'm sure you'll feel the benefit in the weeks to come.
All right, enough slacking. Back to work.
Yeah.
Mutters
back he goes
something
up.
about clerics and wizards and what's the difference.
So, I describe the
I would-
symbols, or I draw them in the ground, so that people can see them, because I think only I
These
can
symbols
see.
appear for everyone. Yeah, under the right conditions, these symbols appear for all to see. Casting Detect Magic will make them appear for all to see.
Interesting.
I see.
Renatus is intrigued by this, so he's going to go and inspect the actual door, looking around the door area. And depending on what he finds, he will then also he'll just do a walk around of the tomb, just really paying attention to, like, is there anything that looks weird? Like, is there somewhere he can stand nearby, like, looking through these rocks where things look different?
Like looking if there's an angle that makes the stuff change.
Yeah, because usually
Like
these druidic things, he knows this because he was taught this. They used to build these tombs where, like, the sun would go all the way down to the end of the tomb, but only on one day of the year, only on the solstice, so they were perfectly aligned. So this is one of those places where you kind of, depending on where you look at it, it's going to look different.
Okay. Why don't you give me, Renatus, this is a good idea, a perception check to see if you can't find an angle that looks different or would look different under a certain point of time.
Been rough.
Yeah, I
rolls.
failed. 13.
Not close enough. Maybe give me an int check to see if you can imagine a different time or something where these things would be better.
Boom.
25.
25.
Excellent.
There's that int check.
Yeah, so judging based on how any of these things would work, this path right here is a due east path. So when the sun would set due west, light might flow down this area. That's the only sort of symbology or architecture you can imagine here, is that this is perfectly aligned at sunset. And you would need to find the right day based on your latitude where the sun would come shine down here, probably close to the equinox, which just passed a little while ago. The equinox would have been the first day of October.
Is that the day that we were here? Like, can we believe?
No, you were here late October.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is, maybe 11 months out from when the sun would actually, either equinox. So you're like 4 or 11 months out, 5 or 11 months out from the sun alignment date.
As Ren is kind of like crouching down and trying to look at an angle here, I say to August and Grau, and loud enough for Ren to hear, I'm sure that the Empire has cooked up some really interesting puzzle here to work out how to open this door, but I think Grau's magic should be able to meld the stone and open an alcove for us to crawl in. There's no need for us to waste our time trying to solve their puzzles. We've no interest in locking this behind us once we've cleared it out, do we?
I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Grau. Stone shape the door into just an open position.
I'll do just that. I'll take the clay. I'll shape it, but I'm not very dexterous because I'm not used to having hands, so it's going to come out all fucking crooked and bad. It's basically like do you guys know what goatsy is?
Jesus.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm doing to the clay.
Great.
So you've just got like a little circle to crawl through.
It's yeah, that's all we got.
Are there like fingerprints?
Yeah.
Why would you ask these questions, sir? There are children watching.
Do you remember that jam jar guy? That was fucked up.
Enough. Come on.
Man, that was fucked.
Okay, so you're going to make a circle in the stone. You get your clay in a circle, then kind of rip open the middle side, and you're going to cast stone shape. Would you put stone shape into chat for us?
Yes. So. Boom, boom,
Big
boom.
old pink box.
Yeah, I know. Boom. There it is. Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. By means of this spell, the caster can form any existing piece of stone into any shape that suits his purposes. For example, he can make a stone weapon, a special trapdoor, or a crude idol. By the same token, it enables the spellcaster to shape a stone door, perhaps so as to escape imprisonment, providing the volume of stone involved is within the limits of the area of effect. While stone coffers can be thus formed, stone doors made, etc., sorry, this is really small on my monitor.
The finest
go.
detail is not great. If the shaping has moving parts, there is a 30% chance they do not work. Yes. You probably have a 4K monitor, don't you?
And
Terrible
it's
for
just
text.
very far away from my couch. Okay. The material component of the spell is soft clay and must be worked into roughly the desired shape of the stone object, and then touched to the stone when the spell is uttered. So I
Perfect.
shape the thing.
All right.
Plop the clay.
Excellent.
And the door opens.
You did it,
A
Growl.
hole opens in the door.
Well, I guess you sort of did it. We could probably fit through there. I peer into the darkness, Neil. I suppose we see nothing.
There is a staircase that goes downhill.
I'm gonna put my hand on Arrakis as he's like leaning through the door and say, just a moment, and I'm gonna just do a detect noise.
Detect traps.
Detect noise.
See if I can hear anything. I fail.
It's nice and quiet.
At least if there's
And
any.
then I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna like. I feel like there's a trap here. I'm gonna look.
Oh my god!
Yes.
He's done it. He's passed
Is
his
there a trap?
5% chance check. Yeah. You take a look at this. You look at the door. You carefully put some like twig through. You reach around. And you feel around with this little branch that you can stick through the hole. And sure enough, off to the side of the door, there is actually not the side of the door. Above the door, there is a rope that is under a small amount of tension. And you get the distinct impression that if you were to open these doors, something would be triggered. Now, you did not open these doors. You melded them through a hole that you can walk through. So it's unlikely the trap will be triggered when entering.
It's clearly an axe on the head when the door opens, right? That's what that
I'm
symbol's
thinking,
gonna
yeah.
mean. Yeah.
No.
Could
Am I
we
able to
Trigger
disarm
it?
it?
Yeah.
Yes, it would be another 5% chance to successfully disarm the trap.
Ow.
Can I wait? What does it take to trigger the trap? What happens if I fail? You know what? I'm feeling lucky.
You just
I'm
roll the
prepped.
dice.
I
Don't
know
worry
what the-
about it.
What could happen?
I know what the trap is gonna do. I'm gonna try and disarm it. Okay.
You need
this
a
is for the
haircut anyway.
experience. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
This is for the thief skill experience.
Oh my god! Wow.
The man is a
yeah.
beast.
Successfully, you figured you get this shit down. You get out your string, you tie one of your daggers to the end of one of your rope, your stick, and then you just go up there and you very carefully, very smoothly sever the rope that holds the axe, and the rope just kind of falls limply, and it is disabled permanently.
Arrakis looks in shock at August, as if to be like, when the what? When did he learn to do this?
I'd shrug. I'd think crazy. He's a thief
This
master.
is what you roll.
Okay. I will be the first one to go through the hole.
I reach into my bag and hand you a light stone.
I take your light stone and I go through the hole.
Okay, you're the first one in. Everyone else is outside.
Yeah, that's how
I follow.
being first works.
It is.
Grau actually pulls you back.
Okay.
We're here because of me. I feel like I should go first. If there's any traps that kill anyone, I'd feel terrible if it was you guys.
What's your step, Grau, in there?
We're a team, Growl. Let me go first.
There will be
okay?
traps. Wait, August, should you not tell your men to watch the camp?
I already did. I told him to
Okay.
set up camp, and we're gonna be here for a few days.
Tanner, if anyone comes asking questions, send someone in after us.
So who's got
Don't
the
do
light
that.
stone?
I have the light stone. I'm going first.
I mean,
though
there is
Grau-
now a hole in the door, so if anyone starts investigating this, they are gonna know.
I
that
have
we're breaking
I have
in.
a light spell, but it only casts like a sphere somewhere, and it's just stationary, right? You can't like
You
take it
can
along
cast
with you.
it on an object, and then
Okay.
the object will go with you.
I have prepared the spell.
Oh, okay, nice. I take my
spell?
continual light stone back.
Light.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Can you put it on a copper coin and just
Put
carry
it
a
on
coin?
my axe, my glaive that I'm bringing with me. Just use that.
Isn't, but it is permanent.
This one.
Well,
it
there's
sounded like
light
it's not.
and there's continual light.
like
Continual
you
light
got
is
light right now.
permanent. Yeah.
I'm talking about regular light. I'm putting regular light on your axe.
Thank you.
Okay. Would you
I
drop
crawl
light into
through.
chat so I can see its range?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
20-foot
feet.
radius.
Excellent. Bright light in an area of 20 feet.
Roll D5 for the turn. Or
Uh-uh.
maybe Koibu rolls that. 1 hour plus 1 turn per level of the duration.
Yeah, so that'll be 1 hour plus 50 minutes. No dice rolls
Oh,
needed.
sorry. I think I had to roll it. Sorry.
Nope.
Never mind. I see.
All right. I'm just going to put everyone on the map so everyone can see. And we're going to slide into the tomb.
I'm going to use the glaive of poking to poke around as we go forward to make sure that we're not like running into a trap.
Mm-hmm.
In we go.
Let me just change our tracks, our audio tracks. We're no longer outside the tomb. We're now inside the tomb. We're going to need... Perfect. All right. So, out steps August.
That's right.
Tap, tap, tap. Let me open up my notes over here. This is definitely the fucking wiki rolls. There's nothing to worry about here. Nothing to see, folks. Nothing to see. Okay, cool. So you go tap, tap, tap with your glaive using the butt, not the shaft,
That's right.
or you want to do the shaft?
I'm not going to use the pointy bit.
Right. Excellent. The head of the glaive shines with light, kind of making the glaive a bright light source that radiates out from it. And you can tap, tap, tap as you go forward.
And I'm going to look above. What do I see?
The head of the glaive shines with light, kind of making the glaive a bright light source that radiates out from it. And carved by skilled hands. Tap.
What about
tap,
the axe strap?
Tap as you go forward.
And I'm going to look above.
There is clearly
what do I see?
the head of the glaive shines with light, kind of making the glaive
a.
once he steps in. That this is the sort of thing where when the doors open, they open to a certain extent, and then past that, it'll knock the axe down, and that'll swing towards a person. And then when the doors are shut, the rope will pull the axe back into position and lock it back up. So the opening of the doors automatically or the closing of the doors resets the trap. The opening of the doors will let it drop at a certain predefined point. Doors are shut now. The rope has been cut.
It's fucked.
Makes sense.
Other than that, directly above you is just the closing stone. Walls of flat stone. There are some sconces on either side of the bottom of the staircase here that have some skulls, and the top of the skull has been carved off, and you can like make a little dish where you could put a candle in here, or you could even like slide a torch through those.
That's important.
Can they be taken off the wall?
The sconces cannot be taken off the wall. They are attached to the wall.
Can they, is there?
You could unscrew the skull if you wanted to. If you really wanted to like break the skull off, you could. But there's a metal contraption that's been cemented into the side.
I'm just gonna just curiously pull this one on the left. I just gently twiggle it to see if it moves.
A little,
I wondered what you were doing, but now I understand. I tried the right one as I see him doing that.
Neither of them move under a gentle amount of pressure.
Oh, all right.
Can I put a a torch, like something in it? I'm not gonna light it so that it's weighted, and then see if
I've got a
exact
torch.
weight.
Yeah, you can set some torches in there. It doesn't change anything.
Okay, can I twist it to the left? Can I go?
It doesn't twist with a reasonable amount of force. You might have to
We've just walked down the steps, Ren. Save some of your energy.
Listen, I just. Who opened the trap, okay? I'm the dungeon guy here.
It's true, he's the dungeon
I'm trying
guy.
stuff out.
A curious mind is truly the greatest gift.
I tap, and I walk forward again, not leaving the party in the
What is that
darkness.
mark on the floor? Just be careful with that.
Okay, I wait.
as you tap, tap this section, the tapping sound stops. Make me a saving throw versus spell.
Uh-oh. You falling in, boy.
Okay, versus spell.
Versus spell.
Natural one.
Yeah, so you're going tap, tap, and it's Arrakis who says stop right there, and you're not really noticing this. You will notice the lack of sound, but when you bring your axe down, it sort of hits the top of the stone, but it doesn't make a sound. And that's when Arrakis is like, "Don't go any further. What's that marking?"
That's
Okay.
what it sounds like too.
And then I stop.
Yeah.
It seems like this is seems like there's something here, Arrakis. We might need your wizardry.
Yes. Give me a moment. I come over to the edge of the area. And I ask to use his glaive to tap the thing as well.
I hand you my glaive.
Did you feel attacked when you touched that? Does he have any reason to tell me that not to do that because you had to make a save versus spell? Or?
No.
Yeah, okay, I try the same thing. I dink it with
Give me a saving throw versus spell.
That actually won't be an issue for me because I'm a
There you
legend.
go. He's not a shitty roller.
You're expecting all sorts of magical shenanigans here, including that the ground is truly illusory,
Yes.
which it is, and the hilt of the axe just passes right through the stone.
I lower my grip on the thing, so I'm holding it closer to the edge of the blade, and I use to try and work out how large the gap is.
The entire butt of the glaive extends through the illusory floor into a space below it.
Can you just disbelieve it?
I am disbelieving, I think, at this point. Neil, can I see the gap?
You're aware that this is false, and you can kind of tell that it's a non-natural stone covering, but you don't see through it. It's not invisible
I've
to you.
got 6 copper coins. I will throw them at varying distances to try and work out where the floor.
I take out a loop of rope and I just throw it as far down the corridor as I can and see does it catch on a piece of floor? Does it have dips at certain parts?
Great. Both of these will reveal that the section of illusory floor matches the symbol on the ground. It is this section right here. That was not how that was supposed to work out.
5 feet?
It's a 5 foot. Well, actually, yeah. It's 5 by 5.
So we want to stick to the left.
Or to the right.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. So you can stay on the sides.
Yeah, you could just walk on the sides and
right.
get past this.
Yeah,
If
I
you
press the
shimmy.
the context button to shimmy.
I'm gonna shimmy.
I'm gonna leave.
A shimmy.
I'm gonna leave a small stack of copper coins
After Arrakis.
on this sign, denoting this edge. And when I get across, I'll leave a small stack here, just so nobody noticed.
Wise.
In a pinch, people are like, "Oh, that's the spot."
Love it. Love it.
Smart. Yep, I
Okay.
shimmy. No shimmy checks?
No shimmy checks. It's fine. You have time. If you were being chased down the hall by monsters, we would ask for a dex check.
I would
I
jump.
too shimmy.
Thank you. I appreciate you turning your token and everything.
That was nice, yeah. All right, I wait for Ren to come over.
I'll have a little shimmy.
Okay,
Excellent.
and I'm gonna continue forward, tapping, and I'm also gonna like. This isn't gonna happen every time, Neil, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap, 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 and every once in a while I might like hit like the wall next to me.
Tap the wall.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
tap everything.
Yeah. Well, give me another saving throw versus spell.
1 second.
Yeah,
you go.
it's fine. It's just tapping, tappy. All
As
ordinary.
everybody else should be listening too. So, is anyone else seeing anything?
We're listening, all right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You hear
Looks all ordinary.
lickety clackety.
Seems fine.
When we get towards the end of the corridor,
Yeah.
I'll grab August's shoulder and I'll be like, just 1 second, and I'm gonna do the most amazing find traps check again. We're gonna do it. You ready?
When you get right here.
Oh my God.
He's
What
got
the hell?
three
Go! I'm on
in a
fire,
row.
baby.
The odds of that are astronomical.
It's
I mean, it's 0.05.
I can't
times
hear
muted,
Neil's.
There's no words
Oh,
coming
good,
from my
yeah.
mouth because he's not supposed to roll like this.
No, he's not.
All right. Well, you stopped him in the right perfect fucking spot because immediately in front of our dear beloved brother in arms here, there is some panels on the ground that as you kind of look at them, you realize that they're ever so slightly like lifted up and that if you apply some weight, those panels probably drop down. This is probably a pressure plate in the middle of a dungeon right in front of you.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
Genius.
You can't step on that, of course.
So can you draw? Have I like? Is it here? This pressure plate?
It's
is that
the
it?
4 squares directly in front of you. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this little right here.
Just shimmy.
Yeah.
We shimmy.
We need
Well,
to
you're
talk
gonna
about.
shimmy
again.
left or you're gonna shimmy right. There's a door to each direction.
Let's say we
as
got to
you can
talk
see
about
on
which
the map.
door we want to go. What was the arrow pointing towards?
The arrow was
remember.
forward and to the left. But here's the thing:
Yeah.
is Ponos a deceiver?
It seems like he hasn't. The door was pretty truthful
Yeah,
to
it
begin
was.
with, right?
It told us about the trap, yeah.
I think it's even told us about both of the traps. No, like the little great ones. I don't know what that is, but
that
maybe,
must, have,
yeah.
that must have been the universal symbol for traps.
Wait, but is
Yeah.
it saying that left is the trap or left is the safe way then?
Well, the symbol for trap is the great, right?
Yeah. That would be my guess. 2 grates, 1 axe with the doors like opening, and then it was like a door to the left. Or it was like a to the left. I think we go to the left, right?
Okay, yeah.
Or is it
We
warning
trust.
you about that? Because it's warning you about everything else.
Yeah, it could be either, but I feel like it's telling you to go left because it seems to have been quite clear about
Telling you
traps.
about the other stuff. So yeah,
There's
I agree.
There's a very easy way to decide this. We roll a 1d2. On 1 we go left, on 2 we go
No,
right.
I think our deductions ability
I think
is
our
better than
deduction's better,
50%. Yeah.
I like the going
Okay.
left, personally.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll shimmy this way.
Okay. There is a doorway before you.
Okay, I try it. Obviously, it's locked.
No, it's unlocked.
I go through it.
All right. Well, you can click the
Tapping.
door icon.
That
And it
new
will open the door
Oh,
for you.
that's
oh my
new.
God, look at this
Okay.
feature.
That's
Oh my
sick.
god.
Yes.
The technology
All right.
exists.
I'm here.
You see before you a room.
No fucking way.
I want to very carefully inspect this entrance here. So I'm gonna go up
shit.
here because these seem fine.
You'll have
And
You
I'm
invisible-
click
gonna-
the door again. I
Oh,
can't
sorry.
see.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
there
you.
you I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna tap around.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
follow
We should
behind.
bring Grau
before
forward
you,
so
you
he can investigate.
see a room filled
Yeah.
with candelabras. I think there's accidentally light on these candelabras when there's not supposed to be, but it doesn't matter. You've got a glowing axe before you. There's a sarcophagus on the far side, resting on a carpet that rises, 3 feet off the ground. There is an arcane or religious symbol engraved into the ground. There's a little font with water over here. There's a pair of comfortable couches. with a little desk or a coffee table between them. There's a rack filled with all sorts of lovely things, a desk with a chair, a chest, a small altar with a prayer carpet in front of it. You don't feel any pressure plates or deceived thingamajobbers anywhere.
Move a little bit further in then. Not stepping on the carpet.
Yep.
And I wait for my party to come ask him what to do next. Well,
Party.
Arrakis, maybe detect magic here?
Yes.
Ren's
Good
greedy
call.
eyes spot what looks like a chest, and he kind of scuttles over.
Wait.
Wait, Ren. This place is certainly dangerous. Give me a
I'm
moment.
like, Ren is like high on the 2 traps that he's found. Like, dude, what are you talking about? It's like, we're done here. There's no more traps on the door. But he'll like wait. He'll grumble.
At least let me sate my own paranoia.
All right. Hey, listen. Call me the dungeon master.
You're the dungeon
does
master,
like this
man.
little.
I wave my hands and cast detect magic, my eyes glazing over with a pink purple sheen, and observe the room.
I think this is our point where we go to our break, and we'll be back on the other side.
Patreon.com/.
Your eyes are drawn towards the magical signatures on the shelf behind you. 10 things of magic lie there. But as your eyes are drawn there, Grau, you stand transfixed, staring at the wall to your left. All around this room are murals. Murals of different things, but what you are seeing is a depiction of a grove of trees. And in the grove of trees, there are little doors, and there's birds, and there's animals. And you're staring at this grove like you know it. Like this is a depiction of a place that you know. And there's like an axe hacking into the tree over here. And there's these doors in the trees that are like sized for little forest gnomes. And there are these cages nearby. And there's a cleric wielding the sign of Ponos around his neck that is like leading these people who are tearing apart this forest grove over here and dragging these little gnomes out of these trees and like shoving them into cages and whatnot. And there's 3 other murals on the 3 other walls, but this one, you've been here. You've been, and this is not just a miscellaneous depiction of a grove. This is a real place. Someone took the time to get this right. And you
Like
know
I get
it.
the same feeling of remembering that I get when I met Forrest.
Yes, you know this grove.
Okay. I
Ruckus, it's 10 potions.
I point at the mural. Guys, I know this. I remember this. We've never been. You guys don't remember this, do you?
No, but that looks like an elven forest.
I can take it with me if you want. We can put it in the bag of holding. I start
No, it's
scooping
painted along the wall.
potions in the bag of holding. Oh, it's along the wall.
This
Got it.
man must have been involved in what happened to the elves.
Does anyone have Speak with Dead? Guess not.
Do you remember that place, Scrap?
Koibu, do I remember anything except I've been here? I noticed this. I recognize this. There's nothing attached. No feelings. No like what
Give
might have
me-
happened there. People, voices.
I want you to give me an intelligence, a wisdom, a charisma, and a perception check. Give me all
wait,
4.
sorry, just before that happens, Moot's written that he puts the potions in the bag. I stop him, and we don't take anything until we're certain that I've checked the whole room for magic.
Oh, I thought that was it. Sorry.
Okay, but I'm just pointing that out, that we make sure it's safe before he takes the potions.
Agreed.
Those are that's the only magic in the room,
Okay.
aside from the
Intelligence.
sword.
Thank you,
Period.
Sword.
Wisdom,
My sword.
Ren's got.
charisma, perception.
Oh, okay. Well, you pass the wisdom check with flying colors. The other ones, not so much. Okay, so the intelligence check, the charisma check, the wisdom check. with the pass on the wisdom check, the 29, very high pass on that. What you remember are not the names of any of these people, not the name of this place, not who these people or creatures are, not like where this might be located, but you remember the familial aspect of this. Like, maybe they weren't actually like your blood brothers and sisters, but the gnomes being dragged out of this building are your family. And family gets interpreted kind of loosely here, right? They might actually be, that might be your brother and sister, or that might be people with whom you were so close that they might as well have been your brother and sister.
Because Grau has like a muddled understanding of family. Like all he knows is Autumn and these guys and whatever that like sparks in him, right? But I'm assuming the feeling is very similar to that.
Yes. This is your family being dragged out of trees here. In some way, shape, or form. These are the people that you love, that you cherish, that you respect, that you care deeply about, that are being hauled out of this grove and are being taken for something. Now, that would have been a 21 through a 25. Is that a 26 through a 29? Is a remembrance of their suffering, which is not depicted here. You don't have any visuals in mind. But you have a very clear, distinct memory that the people that were pulled out of this were asked questions in a non-friendly manner, to put it lightly.
I'm rolling a con check real quick. Okay. Grau, for the first time in his life, is going to cry. He's never had this experience before. He doesn't know what's happening. Because bears don't cry. But in this human form, he will break down. And just remembering this feeling of, for the first time, he feels like he's been lost all this time, and now he's found this thing that makes him feel like he's home. And now he also remembers what might have happened to this, that something terrible might have happened to this. That not only is in this moment is he for the first time feeling this feeling that he's been searching for this entire time, somewhere to be from, somewhere to belong to, but he also feels that this may never come back and that something terrible happened to these people. And he's not going to be able to hold back the tears. He's going to collapse on the floor and just sit down in like a bear position, basically, in this human form and just look at the ground and weep. What? Why is there water coming from my face?
I'll crouch down next to Grau and put an arm on his around his shoulder. I won't say anything though.
Quickly, the grief that Grau feels is going to turn into anger, though, as he looks around this place constructed for the person that he assumes is not only responsible for this, but felt necessary to depict this on his tomb. And through tears, he's going to look around. There's like some wooden stuff next to me, right? Some random candles and objects.
There's a whole shelf filled with stuff.
Don't smash the shelf filled with potions.
I already got them, don't worry.
Okay, good, yeah. Ah, fuck it, smash the shelves then. We still need to open the chest and the sarcophagus though.
Grau's gonna restrain himself from smashing something, but he's...
Save your rage. We'll open the man's tomb before long. You can smash his skull. I nudge around and then nod towards the sarcophagus.
I make my way over to the sarcophagus.
On the sarcophagus are stacks of golden coins. In the way that someone might come and like make an offering or a prayer or some sort of like leave a gift for the dead, there are stacks of golden coins probably left by grievers or mourners or those who buried him here.
As we're looking at this, I say, ready yourselves. This man is clearly a demon in life. God knows what form he takes in death.
It's actually true. I will, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine. You can go first.
I investigate the sarcophagus, and I'll look back over my shoulder at Grau.
Take a step back. Next to Growl. I nudge Growl to get him to make sure he's like ready on his feet.
I
get up.
unceremoniously like sweep the coins off the top of that sarcophagus onto the floor, so they scatter all over the place, and I begin opening it. Whatever way I investigate it, if there's a trap on it, whatever, I'll do
Ready
it.
to attack.
You know what? Let's roll that. Right?
It's not going to work the fourth time. You're going to burn your luck.
Listen,
There's no chance.
There's no chance. Yeah.
no chance.
Zero chance.
Oh,
Look,
I wanted to say I
fucking
ready
shit.
an
I
attack
would have
for
lost my
whatever
shit.
comes out of the coffin.
I just want to say how unbelievably insane it is that you're readying an attack as we open the tomb of a dead person. But that's D&D for you, I guess.
That's Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Yeah.
I check for traps and I begin opening the sarcophagus.
Yeah. The heavy lid is made of marble. It's carefully set. You're going to need a strength check to open it by yourself. It's definitely a two-man job.
I give it an old heave. I kind of, you feel me loosen up and you hear my knees crack as I crouch down, but I give it the old heave.
It's not going to do it
I
with just
unready
one
my
person.
attack and I come help you.
All right, the two of you don't need a strength check. Together, one of you on each end,
Good job,
you
Sig.
can lift it. And it'll lift, it'll slide, it'll set, and there is the mummified body of a priest of Ponos, his holy symbol still round his neck, clasped between his hands, which are all wrapped with gauze. You can't make out any facial features. There's no death mask. Just a simple mummy with the symbol of Ponos. Oh, and there's a couple of odd bumps within the weave of the gauze. Some lumpy things.
I look at my nephew and I say,
Oh, wait.
this is evil.
Wait a
Stench of evil upon this man.
Wait a second. If we're going to touch this thing, let me light a torch first.
Yeah, good call.
I light a torch because it looks like you're using the word mummy, Neil.
Oh, yeah, it's a mummified body.
Okay.
It's a mummified body.
A mummy will hurt. That's a tough fight. So let's just be careful here. I'm not saying that we can't win a fight against a mummy, but
We should take this outside and burn it.
I'm now realizing that basically none of my spells have any effect on the undead. So there is that.
I asked Grau, well, what do you want to do with this thing? You want to take it to the forest so Nadinus can claim it?
Grau only feels disgust towards this body preserved against the natural process of rotting, used in this unnatural way. He doesn't understand any of this. He thinks the whole concept of tombs and burying is stupid as hell. And he hates this place. He doesn't care about this weak dead man. But he also realizes that Nadinus might care. Although, would she have sent me here just to get this body? Is that the reason? I was gonna try to get in touch
Okay.
with Nadinus here one more time.
After you say, will you take the body into the forest? I'll say, gods aside, it might leave a good message for the Empire.
That's right.
I
We
know.
should,
Let's check the chest first before we move anything, as I see Grau starting to pray.
Yeah.
I'll open this chest up.
'Cause-
It is a...
Gold.
Go
Mithril.
ahead, Grau.
Grau is just conflicted because he hates this place so much. He's disgusted with this person. He feels so crushed and depressed. But also he knows that Nadinus does want him to be here, and at least is thankful that he found out something, I guess. So he's just gonna call upon her one more time to be like, to do like a check-in of like, is this it? Right? Is this what you wanted me to see?
Go ahead and make me another wisdom check, Grau.
Yeah.
this place, maybe it's because it's so deep underground, maybe it's because it's man work stone, maybe it's because it's the tomb of a cleric of a different deity, but you cannot reach her.
Yeah, makes sense.
August, as you lift the lid on the chest, you see a sea of silver with a note on top. The clean piece of vellum says, "For the cost of repairs, thieves will face the wrath of Ponos in the afterlife."
Kind of smile. And
are you willing to risk the entirety of your afterlife to take this silver?
For the cost of repairs?
What's that even mean? Yeah.
To the temple?
Trying to think if I give a fuck. I think August actually he's a pretty good God-fearing man. You know, he was born under cheese.
I think that would shit you up, to be fair.
I think I open it, I look, and then I call Arrakis over.
I come and look.
Arrakis, come look at this.
Oh, it'd be cursed. I think Grau can remove curses. Perhaps if we just take the chest for now and don't touch the coins, you'll be safe from its effects.
I shake my head and I say, we shouldn't mess with the gods.
We came here for coin. I'll remind you, you two are in debt.
There's thousands of silver in this chest.
Can you
We've
detect
already,
magic on it, Arrakis?
Not today.
You already looked, no?
Well, maybe I still have my detect magic
Detect
spell.
magic lasts for a long time.
It lasts for 10 minutes, Neil.
There's always a logic in the stories to these kind of curses. Thieves. I read it again. What does it say?
For the cost of repairs, thieves will face the wrath of Ponos in the afterlife. And Ponos is the god of suffering.
And when
Does it
it
even
says
matter?
for the cost of
We're
repairs,
stealing
is there
the-
like a comma or a space or
For the cost of repairs, period, thieves will face the wrath of Ponos in the afterlife, period. One after the other.
Maybe it'll blow up if you touch the coins and the money's to repair the tomb.
Shrug. We already are taking these potions, no?
I
We're
agree.
thieving.
Are we not planning to desecrate this man's corpse as well?
I think we're going to be an enemy with Ponos. We might as well make friends with the other gods and hope that they can help us. I kind of shrug.
You might as well, yeah. I take a
Well,
step back.
Here's the thing. Right now we're making an enemy of Ponos, but we haven't made friends with anyone else yet.
I'd say I'm good with cheese. And I got a good catchphrase here. And I reach in for the silver and I pick one up and I say, in for a penny, in for a pound, and I'll put the silver in my pocket and pick up the chest.
Surely, Ran, after a
chest-
month of being a priest for Cheese, you've earned some favor, no?
This feels darker.
Well,
This was a high cleric of Ponos who created magnitudes of suffering that we would have to undo at the behest of another god to even get close to the level of protection that the level of being cursed you would get by taking this chest would get you.
well,
Thank
I
God
think-
Nadinus is a higher deity.
I believe that Nadinus has granted Grau the ability to remove curses, so if you're fearful, perhaps he can redeem
Pass
your
it on
soul
me.
in the days to come.
If anyone should take the chest, it should be Grau.
Grau has no need for coin. Why would he do that?
Therefore, he's not a thief. He cannot steal something he has no need.
Grau looks at you, cocking his head to the side.
You can't steal. You don't have no concept of property.
I feel like sometimes the ability to speak has given humans the ability to come up with the most ridiculous ways to justify the worst things.
It's fine. I bend over and I pick up the chest.
It weighs 125 pounds.
Fucking Giga Chad who can carry that thing.
It's gonna be hard to get that. It's gonna be hard to shimmy with that. We might need to do like we both go at the same time and hold it between us over the gap. What do you want to do about the corpse, Grau?
I'm disgusted with it. I don't even want to look at it.
Well, if Grau has no need, may I suggest that we drag the thing out of this tomb into the fields and we burn it and loot it of its gems?
I say we don't even burn it. I say we just leave it for nature to take its course.
I'm concerned that the thing might stand up if we take something from it. So that's my thinking with the burning.
Okay, well then let's see. I put the chest down. I say, all right, well,
I ready
get
my
ready.
torch.
I get my glaive. I put it into the sarcophagus, and I go to like, it's a glaive, right? So it's kind of got like a little bit of a hook in my mind. I go to kind of like hook out the symbol of Ponos out of its clasped hands.
Yeah, it comes away on the golden chain.
Yep, I bring it.
Okay.
I shrug. And then I look towards one of the lumps under the rags.
I stab a lump.
You, with what, like the point of your...
Yeah,
thing?
with like the point of my glaive.
The lump is hard underneath the wrap. I mean, the tip of
Is
your
there a
glaive goes
clinking noise?
boink. Yeah.
Is it like a metallic sound, or can I give a perception check of...
It's just, if you poke it a bunch of times, you can get a perception check, maybe.
Sure, I'll keep poking it when I notice that it's
Tap,
hard.
tap, 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 tap. Yeah, give me a perception check.
25.
Boom.
Yeah, it sounds like it's hitting some sort of, rock.
I'll
Would
use...
Would
Sorry.
Unseen 7 be able to tear the fabric and get at whatever's under there?
Move up to 5 pounds, right?
No, 20 pounds.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Like, would I be able to
Well-
direct it to, like, tear the bandage and pull the thing out?
While this is happening, I'm going to be crouched on the floor, scooping up all the gold that was on the sarcophagus. for that day.
Yeah.
Unseen servant. Carry a maximum of 20 pounds. Push or pull 40 pounds. Open doors. Normal drawers. I don't know if it can tear.
I'll just make it easy. I'm not afraid of this mummified
Okay.
thing. I've
You
already
might
done
be
all the
able
other
to
stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of slash the bandages around one of the big bulky items.
For this sort of work, either you're going to either you're going to be hitting the corpse, or you're going to need to pull out the dagger or a knife or a
Totally fine.
small
I can
implement.
hit the corpse.
Okay, if you don't mind hacking the corpse to bits in the process,
Don't mind.
you can begin to pull out jewels and gems from the body. Would you roll me? We're going to roll a dice here because I love the dice. I want you to roll me.
Here we go, boys. This is it now.
This is the real money, guys.
This has been
I want
strangely
you to roll
easy
me
so far.
2d4 gems.
Do I get credit for the party's
5?
gold loot?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, you roll a 5. Wait. Let me make these notes right here.
That's true. Arax is gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so glad we're sharing the gold, everyone."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys found this.
Yeah, well done, everybody.
Okay. Yes, you pull out 5 gems from that were wrapped inside the mummy's gauzes. And Ren, as you're gathering the gold off the ground, you'll also notice on that shelf there's some jars. There's a couple of jars with a shit ton of salt in them, and then there's some jars with like various spices. And in your mind, these equate to money. You could
Oh, yeah.
sell the amount of salt and spices here for, that's not going to be a fortune, but it'll be money. It's just sitting there ready to go.
Okay, put it in the chest.
Is it ill-advised to put glass in a bag of holding?
You probably glass in a bag of holding. If there's other things in there, it's weird extra dimensional space. It might slam into something hard. It might not. That's a good
just
question.
wouldn't. Wait,
No
I got a
glass
question.
in the bag of holding.
Well, there's those 10 potions were just put in a bag of holding.
Oh, I guess. Never, ever, ever thought about that. And we've had potions in our other campaigns in a bag of holding.
Yeah, yep. I mean, you're all new to bag of holdings. You've never worked with them before, but if you're just tossing glasses in a bag, it might happen that way.
Well, we'll take stock of it when we get back to the camp. Let's deal with this first.
I'm checking the fingers on this guy.
Yeah,
Rings?
fingers, necklace.
Yeah,
Oh, we're just
I'm doing the
tearing
gambit.
off
Yeah,
We're looting the guy.
We're
It's like a
looting.
feeding
We're
frenzy.
looting.
yeah. I'm in
You know,
for a
it
pound.
takes a while for
Those are the
someone to take
words I
the
wanted
first.
to hear. Feeding
Someone to
frenzy.
take the first
I'm in
nibble,
for
but
it
then
all.
after that, it's crazy. It's free for all.
Oh
The
my
message,
God.
it made us think for a second, but then I was like, I'm taking the potions anyways. Like, I'm not gonna
Fuck
leave
it.
those. Fuck them. Yeah. Just make friends with another god. It's that easy.
It's how they get you, bro.
Uh-huh.
I have my
Okay.
torch at the ready now.
Great.
Oh, still
Yeah.
on.
It doesn't come to life. It doesn't kill you. You get the gems. There are no rings. There is the holy symbol. It appears to be all the wealth inside the sarcophagus was the gems and the holy symbol.
So
nothing
what
under
about
the body?
other door?
Did you say something? Oh no, Mooten.
Yeah. Is there anything under the body?
You haul the corpse out and chuck it on the floor.
We're taking the corpse with us. So
Yeah, nothing underneath it.
we're gonna need to do multiple trips. And to answer your question, Arrakis, I don't want to find out what's on the other side of the door.
I'm kind of in the same camp. We just leave the
We
other
got
door.
lucky. Let's leave. Let's go in tandem and make sure that we remember all of the traps. And let's get out of
Yep.
here.
Well, hold on.
Agreed.
There's
Let's take our
also
time. Let's get everything.
Wait, what's
this
this? Yeah?
rug here that is pretty valuable, and the rug underneath the sarcophagus. These are really well-made rugs. If you could sell these, I don't know how you would sell rugs, but if you could sell these rugs are worth a
What do
pretty
you
penny.
mean? It's easy to sell rugs.
We've got goons with backpacks. I'm taking everything that's not nailed down.
Yeah, but what's-
Well,
we
if
should
we're going to
also-
talk about
what's-
that,
we
on
should
the
move the
shelves, there's some
sarcophagus.
torture tools. The
this
furniture
over
here is
here
like
now?
well-made teak. Like if you could haul out these chairs and this desk and those couches,
Everything-
like that's expensive furniture.
Why don't we get our
Everything that
goons to
isn't
go do
nailed
that?
down.
No,
Let's
no,
just
we're
get
not,
our goons to
everything.
do that.
we're not taking the furniture. Let's be
We're
realistic.
taking everything that isn't nailed down that is carryable.
I'm not a
It's
party to
variable.
stealing the fucking table out of this place. But what is this thing in the corner, Neil? Is that like a little skull on a table? That looks pretty cool.
Well, that's the altar, and the skull is embossed into the stone.
And this is like an altar to Ponos.
Just a little altar, yeah, probably to Ponos.
With 17 willpower and being a well-read man, would I know how to desecrate an altar?
Take a shit on it.
There are a couple levels of desecration, right? There is classic layman's desecration where you just trash a place.
Yeah.
And then there
we already did
is
that one.
Yeah, then there is magical desecration, which is the opposite of sanctification, which would take priests. And desecration, sanctification are the same concept, just like good versus
Reverse
evil,
which one, yeah.
right? And so that would take the actual holy priestly magic. There are spells that do sanctification and desecration.
So in terms of like
desecration.
giving a fuck you to Ponos, we've already kind of done that.
If you really
I can-
wanted to do it, you'd need to like, pee and things.
No,
I can only
it's different
cast the shape stone spell once, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
You could
once
cast it
per
again tomorrow, though.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be kind
We
of
can hang
beast
out
if I
here.
made like a little clay flower and I made a bloom from the
Yeah, we can stay here tomorrow. Like, if we want to take everything and shit, then we can.
is
I don't think we can take the furniture realistically, but we can take all of the little stuff and just get out of here.
What
I
about the
think which is that we
candelabras? Those are metal.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
they're
we'll take them.
huge. They're like
Laura.
6 feet tall. They're awkward to carry.
We should take them.
I
Oh,
pick
yeah,
up
we're
the body
taking
and I start to go out the door to go back because I'm getting a little sketched out in this tomb. We can make a comeback in.
Yeah, all right, I'll go too. No, once I see him leave, it feels
I
feels
mean,
colder,
there's
so-
also there's some books on that wooden shelf.
Oh,
there's
wait,
utensils.
Ren is like, where you
there's
going?
like
we gotta get all this
books.
stuff.
You said
Yeah,
books?
but we gotta-
silver knives,
can only carry so
spoons,
much.
forks, goblets.
Let's come back.
bowls.
Neil, we already hang on, Neil. We already said we're taking all that shit. Silver, that's coming. You know that.
I want an
What-
itemized list.
what's going on
everything.
here?
There's a couple of small books on that shelf.
What's going on here? Somebody needs to go and check on the caravan. Get
That's
outside.
what I want to do, yeah. So I bring the
We go
body,
check on the caravan.
I go across, not through
getting
the
a
trap
tingly-
strapped part,
A tingly feeling.
and then I keep going. We all go
Shimmying.
together. I wait for Grau, obviously.
Remember to shimmy.
Before
Grau.
we leave, Grau has one more thing he wants to do
Okay, he yells back, so I come back.
because he's still staring at this fucking mural.
Mm-hmm.
Neil, you said there's gnomes depicted. Is that what you said?
Gnomes, forest gnomes.
Forest gnomes. That's the type of gnome that Grau turns into, right?
That's true.
Is there a reflective surface here somewhere?
There's that still water over here.
I've got a mirror, remember?
Oh yeah. Grau wants to turn into gnome form and just look at the depicted gnomes. Like, how detailed are we talking here?
Give me a charisma check. Doesn't look like you. Doesn't look like anyone you know. The scene is familiar. Faces, not so much.
And as I look at myself in the mirror and look at these faces, there's no feature, there's nothing that stands out to me. Okay.
No. You know, this might be one of those situations where someone depicts like a famous battle and the fort and the hills are the same, but like the faces of the soldiers are sort of indistinct, but like the terrain is right.
Like, it's possible that whoever drew this never actually saw the scene, but just got a description.
They got a really good description, or maybe someone helped them draw the scene, but like the individual characters didn't matter. Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I'm waiting.
I have nothing left to do here. I
shimmied past Neil.
I'm shimming.
Right. The party shimmies out. You're outside once more.
I'm ready an attack, so attack the people attacking our camp.
The camp is fine. You're outside.
I bring out the dead body and kind of throw it into, I don't know, like this area.
Excellent.
Okay.
Does Grau know Sanctify/Defile?
I can prepare that spell for tomorrow.
Then let's stay the night and do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you should Defile and
You should
Sanctify.
Sanctify,
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay. Let's go back in and get the chest then.
I'll keep guard out here.
Okay, I go back in.
Wait, before we go back in, I go to I've had such an amazing idea. I turn to Arrakis and I say, listen, what if we get some of the goons to take the chest? We don't tell them to open it, so they don't know that they're the ones getting the curse.
I'm all for it. Although I don't think it's so easy to trick a curse like that. But hey, any chance is better than no chance.
Whichever two of the goons I like the least, I tell them, okay, there's a chest in there. Don't worry about it. It's got a bit of money in it. Just grab it and bring it out.
Wait, the traps. The traps.
I will go with them, and I will explain them the traps, and I will go with them, and I will be one of the people carrying the chest, okay? You're not going to fucking trick the god on a technicality.
Wow. Okay, fine. I go with, and I make sure I take everything that isn't nailed down. If it looks valuable, I'm taking it. If it's looking like high quality wood, those couches, we're not taking the couches, but I will take my dagger, and if the fabric on the couch is high quality enough, I will cut the leather off and roll it up.
Smart.
Into like a thing.
Unfortunately, the fabric is like bolted down at intervals, so if you were to slice up the leather, you just get these like tiny useless chunks.
We'll take the
I carve the symbol of Nadinus all over it as a fuck.
Excellent.
We take the carpets, I roll them up, I can get them in the bag of holding.
You're gonna need like 8 people in here to help move that sarcophagus to get to the carpet underneath it. It's a big, heavy piece of stone.
Fuck that one carpet.
All right, well, the other one that's underneath the altar you can get with 2 people.
Here's a strength check. I want to see if I can move the sarcophagus.
Not by yourself. There's no way.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the other one.
All right, yep. You can pull out one of the carpets. It sounds like you take the gold, you take the chest of silver, you take the 10 potions. They're labeled, by the way.
Nice. What are they?
2 healing potions, 2 poison potions, 4 potions of pain suppression, 2 potions of neutralized poison.
Good to know.
We're gonna fall for the oldest trick in the book, the false potion labeling.
Ooh, true.
There are 5 jewels, the holy symbol of Ponos, the jars of spices and salt, 1 rug. What about the torture tools? They're not made of any precious metals.
I think
No,
we
There's like a
just,
basket of them.
scrap
We're
them.
taking them. Taking everything.
They're not
Everything
going in the
nailed
bag of
down.
holding.
Had we passed through a village on the way here that was relatively close or not?
Yeah.
I
village, like,
will. Like how
5
far?
hours from here, 4 or 5 hours.
How long's left of today?
No, you're camping here tonight.
Okay.
It'll be dark soon.
What do we think about sending one of the guys back to go and get a cart to bring out here to carry like the candelabras and all the shit? Because otherwise, that's not going to be easily carried.
I mean, we could ride the horse into town tomorrow and rent a cart.
I'll
Yeah.
have
We're-
Stacy
we're-
do that. Stacy will handle that.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We're doing all this shit, but we're not gonna check the second door.
Well, but the reason is right because the markings on
Second door's a
the
trap.
door informed us about traps, and since the last marking said to go left, I'm thinking that going right is a trap.
Second door's a trap. We haven't triggered any traps.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I also, by the way, it's my headcanon now that Ren is an expert trap
Expert.
finder.
Trap
Expert
finder.
trap finder.
Like if he ever fails a check, we just assume that there is no traps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we just assume
absolutely.
because it's 100% likely that he would work it out if there was one.
Okay, so we take the night. I send Stacy in the morning if we get through the night fine.
On Schnickelfritz.
That's correct.
Okay. You're going to have to pay for the cart.
Well, we're already renting it, right?
We got silver.
No, there's no renting of carts here. There's only buying.
How much does the
Take
car
some.
cost?
How much does the cart?
Can we give him like, listen, we'll down payment you the cart.
We can pay it. We've got
we
a load
just-
of gold
we'll buy
that
the
we
cart,
took from
yeah.
the top.
If we ask a guy with a cart to rent it, he'll just refuse.
We need a cart.
Yeah,
anyways.
because there's no like if you rent a car, they like take your credit card to keep it on file. But in this time and place, there's only trust that they're going to bring it back. Otherwise, people could just rent things and never return them.
Yeah, we
So
just-
renting is not so much
we
of
pay
a
him
thing.
for the cart, and like we give him the money for it, and we're like, but we'll bring it back, and we'll pay you like a silver.
That's fine.
per
Yeah,
day
if
or
you want to
whatever.
put the whole cart price as a down payment, then he will rent it to you.
Do we
that's
want
the
to?
only
Do we want to
way.
rent it, or do we want to just?
I think
We're
we
gonna
should
need
just
to
buy
keep
a
it
cart.
with us.
These
We're
people
gonna
can
need to
carry
keep
a
it,
cart.
yeah.
We got goons.
Yeah, exactly. And also, we're not going to be able to sell this in that village, so we're going to need the
Yeah.
cart beyond the
Got a whole
village.
group of gooners walking for.
Yeah, we're just
working
gonna
for
have our
us,
goons
man.
take our carts for us, man. Like that's what they're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
man.
buy the
Remember when you
cart. How
guys,
much is
At the
it?
start of the session, you were like, we need to get rid of the goons.
No,
No,
now
we
we've
need
got
the
a reason
goons.
for it.
Clutch.
Most people would have just invested in an ox, but here we are.
We got goons, man.
Yeah,
We got
you
goons.
can buy a two-wheeled cart that can be pulled by an animal or pulled by a couple of people or one strong person. That will cost 20 gold as your down payment. It would be the cost to buy the cart up front.
Okay, take it off of our new tab that we just looted from
New
Ponos.
tab now. The gold coins that were on top of the sarcophagus, not
You
the
got
silver coins in
100
the chest.
gold. Right, you got 100 gold from the sarcophagus.
Holy.
Oh yeah, I'm putting that
So
on my cart
Ren,
sheet.
You
you
can
got
have
the
it,
100 gold, and then
Make it 80.
subtract 20 because you paid for a cart. And it'll be a silver a day that they will charge you for renting it.
We're not renting it. We're buying
No, we're
it.
keeping it.
Alright.
Okay, we're buying it. Never mind.
Cart's
Yes.
ours.
Fuck them. That's our cart.
The cart can carry up to 1,000 pounds.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
We spend the night. Stacey goes, buys the cart, comes back. Let's
Yep.
sanctify. Let's finish this up.
Burn the corpse.
Just the
Sanctify.
image of just a group of people leaving the site of this tomb with just a cart full of shit.
What do they expect?
I'll get an animation of that one. That's good.
At some time that night, I will sit down next to Grau and say, are you planning to close the door back up before we leave?
He's not left gnome form since then. He's been in that form. He's been kind of looking at himself and just been like staring at the floor all the time and look up at you. The tomb. Yeah. You think I should close it?
Yeah, maybe you could, I don't know how artistic you are with that clay of yours, but perhaps you could close the hole with a symbol of Nadinus or something similar. A flower, maybe?
I think that's a good idea. Grau will spend his time because he needs some distraction. He's gonna take a piece of clay and get like a little stick or something and start like carving a symbol into it, making it real nice. And it's gonna take him some time because he's not very dexterous, but he's gonna get there eventually. And yeah, has plans to close it up with that symbol. Is it the next day already? Yeah. So I would have prepared another shape stone and then a sanctify spell.
Okay.
And as everything's brought out and as everything's done,
I'll ask Grau. Should we bring the body in for the sanctification?
I don't know how any of this works.
No, but we've taken it out. There's no point bringing it back in. We should just smash the thing or burn it.
I really think that we should just let nature do its course. I'll take all of the bandages off and we'll just leave it to...
Right, okay. Shall I go with you? We should walk a ways into the forest and leave it there?
Sure.
Okay. I'll go with August for this.
I'll take all the bandages off, make sure it's like a completely naked body. I'll load it up in the cart if it's in pieces or whatever, and take it to the forest with Arrakis, and I'll invite Grau. Grau, would you like to see it off? I shrug. Okay. Ren, you want to come too? I guess the whole party's going.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Right. So, it's the next day. The body didn't get up in the middle of the night and do anything. You haul it out into the woods during the daylight hours.
Yeah.
What sort of place are you looking to...
Unceremonious, I think. Just like half an hour off the road.
Okay.
I think like a place that looks like the ground will overtake it, like maybe a kind of soft...
Teeming with
like,
life.
Yeah.
Like a flower bed or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can find a nice... like a little meadow next to a small creek. There's a lot of grass here. There's some vines. There's animals all around. Beam of sunshine that'll hit it. A very pleasant, soft area. And the ground here is that mushy softness that indicates that it's near water, but it's also got a lot of air, and bugs and creatures flow through it pretty easily. This is the sort of place where something will rot and decay rather quickly.
I'll kind of take it off and place it down, and well, I hope that all of his suffering can at least give something back.
Well,
and I hope, Nadinus, I hope you can help me in the afterlife, because I think I'm in a lot of shit with Ponos. Giggle.
Hopefully, this man will suffer some recompense in the afterlife for the suffering he's inflicted on others. Reap what you sow, as I, kick the edge of the corpse.
You want to call your deity to this, Grau? Maybe say a little prayer? I shrug.
Yeah. He's gonna lean into the sounds of the nature, because when he did this the last time, he was in the grave. There was nothing natural about it. It was all man-made stone. There was no sounds and no feelings of nature. But here, the birds are singing, the insects are buzzing, the forest is making the forest sounds. I was gonna one more time lean into those sounds, lean into those feelings, feel the river passing through him, and call upon Nadinus just one more time.
Yeah, give me another wisdom check here.
I just did.
Oh, it's close.
What shot, damn it.
You don't really connect with her, or you don't get like a nice back and forth. But you do sort of, unlike when you were in the tomb and you tried to reach out and there was just nothing, this is more of like you're a small kid and you want to go talk to your mom and she's busy cooking in the kitchen or something, and she's making dinner or maybe like making lunch on a nice afternoon, and you go up and you like tug on her sleeve or her apron or something, and she's like too busy doing whatever it is to pay attention. This isn't you can't reach her, but it's she's
not available.
She's not available.
Yeah. Okay. I'll leave it at that. I'll look at the corpse one more time and just be happy that I'm done with it and that I don't have to see it again. And maybe even feel a little bit of gratefulness to Nadines for leading me to a place that has at least answered a little bit of one of my questions. Or at least led me along some sort of path. Feel a little bit more at peace.
That's
knowing that this guy will never make anyone suffer again. And I think he's ready to walk away.
To the tomb we go.
Yep.
As we're walking back, I'll inspect the Ponos amulet. Is it of exceptional craftsmanship? I'm not asking if it's magical.
Exceptional craftsmanship.
Okay. We might be able to sell this for a few bucks.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Can I ask if I can look at the potions?
Sure. As we're walking back, I'll pull the bag of holding off my shoulder. I'll put the Ponos amulet back in, and I'll pull out, which one do you want? I ask.
I'm going to check them, just make sure that I think that they are what they say they are.
I'll pull out, two of the... I'll pull out the potions, you know. One
Yeah,
at a time.
I want to, like, Neil, here's my argument, right? I've got spellcraft, I've got herbalism, I've got arcanology, and I'm an official, like a classically trained wizard. I feel like most of these I should be able to, like, I feel like I would know a healing potion. I'm not saying I can know for certain.
Yeah.
But I can say that these seem to be what they say they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you've consumed a lot of potions, right?
I wouldn't say I've consumed a lot of potions, no, I wouldn't think so.
And archaeology is the
Potion
study
enemies.
of dead wizards, so that probably talks about potions they've made.
I understand what you're doing now.
Oh, he's smoking you right now.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And spellcraft is about making potions, definitely.
No.
Herbalism, though.
But you don't think that a
Yeah.
life in the study of magic and topics surrounding magic might give you some knowledge of that a healing potion is blue viscous liquid, for example?
That sounds not entirely unreasonable. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I'd like. That's what I just.
Yeah. Well, the healing potions and the potions of poison don't look anything alike.
Yeah. Is
They're
the healing potions
clearly
blue?
different. Yeah, the healing potions are blue. Yeah.
And the poison's green?
100%. No, the poisons are sort of like a purplish red.
I actually don't trust these potions now that I think about it. I feel like we're in the Tomb of Suffering. What greater suffering would it be like, oh my god, I have fucking toxins in me. Let me drink another one, and then it just makes you worse.
I would
What
also
I
be
think to
careful.
do is, if you don't trust them, just pawn them off to someone else and be done with it.
I agree. I think we can sell them.
No. This is 10 potions. This is worth a fortune. This is
Yeah, we could sell them.
powerful
sell
loot.
So these
No,
are
we're in debt.
these are potions that we don't trust that we think might kill us if we drink them. We're gonna sell them to someone else for them to drink them.
I
say
don't
this in
think that.
character.
I think they're likely to be real.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
loot. We take the labels off and we say we don't know what they are.
That's
They're
we're
unidentified
being
potions.
honest, yeah. You
Yeah.
sell them as
Cool.
unidentified, yeah.
I can get
I
behind that.
would be on the team of selling them.
Who to who?
Any
Potion
of the
buyers.
crazy magical people we've met, Zara, Autumn, any probably nobleman would want it.
We have no way
Just to
of.
think of.
I mean, we literally have a magic shop. Isn't selling magical items like our job?
Yeah, there you
Correct.
go.
No, I mean, potions aren't so easily come by, is all.
Can you do any potion research? Can you tell us what they are then?
Yeah, if I can get these back home, I can spend some time. I mean,
There
Neil,
we go.
I'm sorry,
That
wait.
seems like the best option.
Just because Neil's being not salty, but awkward about it. I could spend time with these, right? I could taste the healing potion. I could try and make.
You can taste
I can't tell if you're stonewalling me or if I actually. I feel like a
He's
wizard should
gaswalling.
be able to make some
Probably
efforts
not in the
to
field.
determine
Maybe-
the veracity.
If you want to test the veracity of these potions, you're going to need some time with like a notebook and some journals,
fine.
and you need to get home to a shop and like take your time with this, right? This is not a
Okay.
field test.
Fine.
Got it.
Let's not
Very
make
cool.
any rash decisions. I'll check them when we
Yeah.
get back and we can decide what to do.
Cool.
That's very
We go inside. We
Inside
get
the
to the
tomb?
doors. Yeah, and I bring up. We shouldn't check that, right?
The other room?
It's
I know.
so rare in our lives that we get free wins.
It's true.
We got in, we got out, no issues, no problems.
be done with it
no one
then.
got knocked down, no one died.
No one got
If you want to open
told
that
that
door,
the entire family is dead. Yeah.
It's the human's greed. We're better than that. We can stop.
I seek nothing else. Yeah.
Can we stop? If I
Let's
see a door, I want to
sanctify.
open the door. I feel like that's our calling in life, is to open
I
doors.
had a nightmare
This-
once.
Yeah, me too.
We were on a ship, and Arrakis opened a door, and a fireball came out and killed us all, and I am terrified.
I wouldn't. That would be really stupid. Arrakis wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
Let's sanctify
It
this
was a
room
dream.
and be on with it.
that. Well, you are clearly deranged, my friend.
Okay. I initially thought about leaving it open for Nadinus with the sanctity, because what better way to give it back to Nadinus by letting nature take it back and leaving it open? But then I thought all the creatures that wander into here are going to get caught by the traps and
Yeah.
killed in big suffering, which would just be a big W for both Ponus and this fucking guy. So Grau has decided that he will close this thing up.
I think it might take them longer to notice as well. If we do it this side, this is
Well, not if we have a fat fucking symbol of Nadinus on the fucking wall.
well, slightly longer, right? I think if there's a big hole in the middle, people are going to notice straight away.
That's true.
Grau, if we are able to restore our kingdom, I promise you, we'll try to come back here and destroy this entire place.
Sure, yeah. If I'm the king of Vantis, I'll do whatever like that. I don't care.
Won't Ren be the king of Vantis? It's his wife who's the queen.
No. I'm in line.
Wouldn't
And it's already passed, hasn't it?
wouldn't you, if you became the king of Vantis, you would still just be a subject of the Rossi Empire?
No, because we're gonna rebel.
Yeah, they'd be dead.
You're going to
well,
overthrow the empire that spans like the continent.
If not me, who? You know,
No, great. I just wanted to check on your intentions
if
and
not
motivations.
me, who's gonna do it? You know, so
If not now,
yeah,
when?
I'm going to be the one who changes the system from the inside.
I might as well. Fuck it.
Lisan Algarp.
Yeah.
Says the guy who was ready to capture and kill a firefly to get his wife back. Okay.
I'm still
Okay.
willing to do that.
I'm willing to do that
You
too.
you seal up the door with a symbol of Nadinus, a flower.
Why do you
just make it
sanctify
look
the inside?
normal.
Or the inside, the outside, whichever.
Whichever is it then?
Yeah, wait, are we going inside and sanctifying his room, or what are we doing?
I mean, his body's not even in there anymore. Who cares?
No, but the room's... Okay, it's up to you.
Does any of this matter? I guess Nadinus would probably be happy if I did this, huh?
It's up to you.
It's up to you, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I think the outside works.
While Grau's doing this, I say to August and Red, I mean, we could send one of the guys to open the door.
One of our loyal subjects, who very few would come and follow us. You
You've a lot
want
to
to
learn
send on a
about leadership.
suicide mission.
Just a suggestion. That's all.
Denied.
I hope
Now, on
my
the other
tongue-
hand, if we were to tell old, what's his name, the Baron who
Sackmore.
we made struck, yeah, we told Sackmore that actually you want to turn right to get the loot. Now, I'd be okay with that. That guy deserves it.
I want to forget about that guy. I feel like the
All right.
gods will forget about him too.
Okay.
The less
So-
said, the better.
How do we seal up the door again?
Um,
Make it flat? Symbol of Nadinus? What's your plan?
Yeah. Flat shape, symbol of Nadinus. Touch the clay, and
Perfect. Nice and sealed
the
up.
gaping, ripping, red, deep hole closes back up.
Love it. Love it. The last thing I need is for Ren to roll me 3d20 for the value of the silver and golden spoons, forks, knives, goblets, bowls, all the fun, usable tools.
Candelabros?
Now, you guys don't believe this is possible, okay? But it is possible to roll 3 20s.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
No man could be so powerful.
1 in
It's
8,000.
necessary.
He is no man. He is a potato. Oh.
Well. But if it had happened and I had called it, I would be an actual god.
Good
Yeah.
clip.
Yeah.
I do that like once a year. Like I'll just randomly say something like think of a number between 1 and 100. and just guess. And one time I'm going to get that right, and someone's going to have their mind blown.
77.
77 too.
Oh, yeah. That's funny because
Okay.
Jamie didn't know the meme there and actually did think of 77, which is what Moot was thinking about.
No, I think he knows the meme.
Oh, okay.
I know the reference, but I don't know what the actual story was about why.
All right.
Well, I load up the cart with our candelabras, our spoons, and all the rugs that we took, and all the things, and
yep.
we're going. We're getting out of here.
And we go back. Yeah, it'll be fine. You pile everything in the cart. You've only really been here a day and a half. You turn around. You start to head back. Grow, since this is... Was there anything else you wanted to do here, Grow, before we go?
I'm fucking Gucci.
All right.
Wait, just so we're not too obvious, just make sure everyone knows I wear my t-shirt that says, I looted a tomb of Ponos. So like, oh, was this last t-shirt?
Grow, would you roll me a D100 as the party returns home? Don't worry about why. Just a quick little roll high, don't roll low.
Roll low.
D100.
Who cares? There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
That's how many days it takes the Revenant to come for us.
Neil just got like, is my party dying look on his face.
How mad is
no,
Got that look.
We know that look well.
Mm-hmm. That's a Death Knight look.
Or is it murderous dwarf look?
I hide in the bushes beside the road.
Coward. Oh shit, well they passed Neil.
I don't even have any
saw
spells
us.
prepared because I've had to prepare fucking Sanctify.
Cool.
shit.
All right,
Oh.
the party gets home nice and quickly. No problems on the way home. Don't even sweat it. Week or so later, party arrives back in Swampside.
Can we visit Autumn on the way?
Yeah, you want to stop at Autumn's place?
Yeah.
Great. Just so you know, there was 5,000 silver in that chest.
Nice. And what about the gems? What are they? What do they look like?
You'll need to get them identified somewhere. You're none of you.
What do they look like?
You don't know shit, dude.
What color are they? I'm not colorblind.
Are you? Are you not
Not in-
colorblind?
not
It's
in
1
this
in
game,
10
you're
men,
not.
sir. It's 1
right,
in
here
10
you
men.
go.
I'm a thief.
Not colorblind.
I'm a thief. I would know a couple of these gems to see, right? Come on.
There's
You
some
don't know the
gems.
price, but he can say the color, you know?
But if I tell you the color, then I'm gonna forget the next time I tell. We're gonna have to make notes about what the color.
I have a notepad open and I've been typing a lot of this stuff down.
All right. Okay. All right. You want? Have any looting music? Here you go. I'll tell you the colors of these gemstones.
There's 5.
Start with. We're just gonna go in order. There are 2 gemstones that are a violet colored. They're violet colored.
Right.
There is 1 gemstone that has alternating bands of red and white. There is a gemstone that has like a translucent apple green color to it, like a green apple color. And there is a one that you can easily identify as turquoise. It's a common ornamental stone.
Cool. To Autumn's we go for the next mission.
All right. On to Autumn. You bring your whole party to Autumn? All
right.
men and
I
horses
bring
and
my
cart and
small
everything.
army.
I think we make them camp outside though, rather than bringing them into the tower.
No, I bring them in the gates at least. They're not going to come in the tower,
but,
but yeah.
she's not going to have enough room in the tower for all of these people.
Yeah, they don't need to come in. They just need to be within the gate.
Yeah.
The
Well, with all of
grounds.
these people, we're going to hand wave the awkwardness of hauling the cart with all of this loot, and we can just get our way to Autumn's Tower. And there we will be once again in the grace and splendor of the wonderful enchantress, wizard, clericy woman known as Autumn, who has been here to help you, to guide you, to gift you things, who might have some weird, sketchy qualities, but what wizard doesn't have some sketch? I mean, even Arrakis has some sketchy qualities to him,
Autumn, my lady, you are looking fine this evening. Great to see you again.
Yes, she's out in the garden, hanging out by herself. There's her dog. Yeah, the dog's there, but no humanoids. The dog will kind of...
I offer the dog a treat. Give him a little dog treat if you want one. May I offer the dog a treat, Autumn?
Of course. Dog will take the treat.
I give him a treat and I pet him. And I'm like, who's a nice guy? Who's a nice boy?
Grau, you should ask her about the mural that you saw in conjunction with the name of the torturer. She might know exactly where this happened.
I was gonna think about this.
What was the name of the torturer?
It wasn't Wadish Thrash, it was the other guy.
Yeah, I don't remember his name off the
Some
top of my
fucking
head.
stupid name. Sorry, Neil. I don't remember. I think Grau is going to want to sit Autumn down, like with the group, and tell her everything that he saw and what happened, and that he remembers. He's going to describe the mural in great detail. He made a great effort to remember as much as he could, study it intimately, and
I make great efforts to watch Autumn's face as he's describing these things. Engage her reaction.
Mm-hmm. Make me a charisma check.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Those
gonna
elves, always a little hard to read what's happening on their face.
Uh-huh.
What does this all mean? Am I a gnome?
I thought you were a bear.
So you don't know. Do you know what the mural could have been? Do you know where this could have been? You know who those gnomes could have been?
What I do know is that you feel a great sense of pain and loss. That you want to know your past, but every time you get a little bit closer to it, it hurts you. And I want to ask you, or put it before you, that it's possible, should you learn more about your origins, you may be unhappy, that you may be in more pain, that it might not be what you want it to be. Have you thought that maybe the saying ignorance is bliss holds truth for you? That maybe you are this way by choice? Maybe you've chosen to forget? Or maybe you didn't choose to forget, but knowing the truth might hurt you? If that is family of yours, if those are people you know and they suffered some terrible fate, you want to be living in that?
Ignorance might be bliss, but I wouldn't know that because I'm no longer ignorant, because I'm no longer a bear. Now that I'm not, might as well find out everything I can, because everything in this terrible human world causes pain anyway, so why not go through it to find out more about where my place is in the world?
Mm-hmm. I know a little about the man in question, the tomb you've just raided. I know he worked for the Bannerless Army, the Varasi Empire, as they're called these days. I know he worked to uncover the truth of their enemies by whatever means necessary. Much of that was through pain and torture, interrogation. Much of it was ineffective, led people in circles, lost many lives. Not that the Analyst's army would care. There was always more goblins in the woods. There's always more orcs to pull out of dark holes in the ground. Forest gnomes exist in many places. They're usually of little consequence in the world, except where they intersect with enemies of the Empire. And Yara Oren, ancient homeland of the elves, is one of those places. That depiction you saw is most likely of somewhere in the ancient elven homeland. And before you think about going there looking for answers, let me tell you the place is not what it once was. It is cursed. It is banished and burnished. There are undead monsters and hellscapes that await. Chariots of nightmare riders in the sky, bringing death and destruction to those who enter. This is not me warning you not to go because it's dangerous. This is me telling you if you go, you will die. So please, Grau, think twice before you go. Although on your way, you'll see signs. You'll have plenty of chances to turn back. That's probably what it is a depiction of. I can't think of any other place where forest gnomes would need to be ripped from the trees. They're generally fairly inconsequential creatures in the land of the large, as they would call us.
Is there forest gnomes that used to live there that fled the country and are now living somewhere where I could speak to them?
I wouldn't know. They fled. I wouldn't know where they went. Wouldn't know where they've gone. I'm sure such people exist, but how to find them would be... They're very small. They don't move very fast. If they've hidden themselves away, they would hide themselves from anything and everything. If there are any remaining, it would be in the dungeons in the great capital of Valesburg. A place you would not be welcome.
Not even in this form? I say, looking down at my forest gnome body.
I worry, Grau. I worry you would get in, never get out. I worry... She looks to your companion. Someone might mess up. Tip your hand. I worry that it would not go well.
You don't have the same sway in Valesburg as you do in Valebrook.
I just keep to myself. I'm a creature of my own devices. I have no desire to reach out anywhere.
Was Lady Zara like your apprentice? I want to gauge her reaction.
Yeah, give me a charisma check.
Oh, that was perception, but we can use the same roll. Doesn't
They
matter.
have different colored robes.
I know Lady Zara only because she is so very nearby. from time to time, our paths cross. And she knows me as someone best not to make an enemy of. We're not friends. I did not train her, nor her I.
Hold on.
Did you hear of the incident of the captured fireflies?
Which incident of the captured fireflies?
That they broke free and made a mockery of the troops of the Empire.
Which time they broke free and made a mockery
Most
of
recently, in recent months. Near Holy
He's at a
City
little
Emberstone.
fort near Emberstone.
There are... She looks at Arrakis. Dear Arrakis. I wish you would just ask me what you want. These probing questions.
You always seem so troubled by my discourse, Autumn.
Well, you never speak plainly. You ask a question like that because you want to know the extent of my information gathering. You ask a question like that not because the answer is important, but because the answer reveals something else to the side. I feel you're probing, and I wish you would treat me with the same honest respectfulness that I have treated you.
You'll understand I spent my youth studying with powerful wizards, and I know that asking a disrespectful question can result in negative outcomes. If I'm coy with my words, it's only due to respect.
Because you're a shadow mage? You live in the realms between light and dark?
I'm just interested in how closely you follow the fireflies. When we've spoken to them in the past, they knew of you, but I've never heard you speak of them.
I'm a great and terrible wizard. Woo! I have a far reach. I know things beyond the realms of mortal men. I have birds and alligators that come and whisper secrets to me. Ooh, be afraid. I have a giant tower in a swamp, sir. I have some reach, but let me keep my secrets.
Of course. As long as you let me keep my head.
As long as you treat my friends well.
You ever used to work for the Empire, I ask?
I turn to Arrakis and I say, don't you know? Never ask a lady her age. Never ask a wizard their secrets.
Well, I know all too well.
So, I suppose it's a good opportunity as any to thank you for bringing the various clerics over here to see me. We had an excellent series of conversations. A lot of us conversed together. I was surprised to find them on my doorstep so soon and without a personal escort, your personal escort. But I do thank you. I hope your reward has not gone unappreciated.
It's very appreciated. Thank you, Autumn.
Amazing artifact. Oh, where did you get it? Did you make it? Did you find it? Was it in the tower?
No, I could not make such a thing. They are well beyond my reach. Made last in the Age of Might before the world fell to ruins, and then was rebuilt again. No. If only I could create such things.
Well,
can you identify such things, though?
Would be a sad shadow of a mage if I could not identify them.
I kind of point over to my mage. He can't do that.
I have no interest in doing that. It's not that I can't, it's that I won't.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, do you have any jobs for us, Autumn?
Not presently. But if you're looking for work, I shall send for you as soon as it comes my way.
Kind of look over to the rest of the party. All right, so what now?
Well, we have a few options. We can tie tie up a few of our loose ends that are flapping in the wind.
Gotta pay our debt back.
I have
We do have
need
debts
to
to pay.
return to the tomb for some time.
How long?
It's hard to say. Let's think. I want to try
Perhaps.
like 5 level 3 spells. We're talking, what, like 20 days? Like 3 weeks?
Perhaps with our newfound wealth, we could make a trail to the town more accessible. You know, cut down a few trees.
I think this is a ridiculous thing. Why would anyone want to go see the tomb of Sigur's Shadowhand?
What do you mean? Who wouldn't want to go see the tomb of Sigurd Shadowhunt?
No one's
How?
heard of this man.
We're not-
And it's just
no,
a
we're just going
small...
to clear a few trails and build a little dirt trail. We're not paving roads.
I'd be more
It's
interested in
madness.
just training. I point to the people outside. You know, the dummies out there for a month. We could go to the tomb.
Well-
You could learn your spells. We could train, and you know that could be kind of our home base of operations. Hell,
Well,
we could just
fine,
take
but
over the
I
tomb
wanna
as
make
our
money.
home base. We have
It'll
enough
get-
money now. I
It
point
might
to
get slightly cluttered in there. I like our home in Swampside. I like having ready access to a tavern and having Harrison there to look after my shop in my absence.
You can
but-
never have too much money.
But I would be more than happy to set up shop in the tomb, at least for a few weeks, so I can apply some of the learnings that I've made in recent weeks.
Well, I'm going to tell you, my fee has gone up since last time. You know, I've become a master trap finder. It's going to cost you a little bit more than usual. Are you going to pay us to guard you while you're, rubbing walls?
Yeah, I think I will, but if I could just get that on credit.
Let's
I
just.
see.
How about we get rid of the paying each other? How about we just, we're a party. We've been adventuring for a while. How about we all just, we all have the same amount of money and we make decisions together. If you need a spell book, Arrakis, you talk to me and you talk to the others, and we'll get it done.
Sure.
We're
No,
a team
I'm-
here.
I'm with you on that, August, yes. And given that the two of you are likely to be far richer than me in the near future, this is an arrangement I can get behind. But trust me, you don't acquire spellbooks by buying them. Only fools with too much money buy spellbooks. It's much cheaper to
Steal them.
find one, a second-hand one, perhaps, one that's no longer in need.
Got it. Well, I know it might seem not like a fruitful effort right now, but the people out there are going to be the people I train up to train people in the future. I can't be standing around training an entire fucking army, right? So these people I need to focus on. If I have a month to focus on them, that's going to get them closer to actually being able to do real combat with us in the future.
I agree with that. I would also say that I've been trying to experiment with this mirror that we got from the tomb and found it unsuccessful. I may try and recalibrate it when I'm there, but perhaps we could return to Sackmore. We could show him the mirror. I could bargain for a laboratory inside his lands. Maybe we can find work with him.
I would
Every
just rather
second
ask.
we spend inside his territory makes my skin crawl. I'd prefer not.
I agree. I would just rather ask Autumn for help than Sackmore. I kind of look to her at our conversation.
Autumn keeps herself to herself, like but Sackmore has
Yeah, maybe that's because you
As
act
always.
cagey around Autumn every time you talk to her.
She said it herself, she keeps to herself. But fine, if you don't want to deal with Sackmore, I understand. He's no more brutish than any of these other lords around these parts, though. Except for the lizard men.
Would you be able to help my wizard, Autumn?
Help him what?
Oh, with what?
He needs a laboratory.
Not so much, no. Not really. Sorry, Autumn. I just think that there is some benefit to be had in building bridges with someone who has political power, but maybe you're right. Maybe that's not the kind of man we want to be working with.
Let me give you a copper's worth of free advice. When you're a young mage, first growing in power, you will find there are many, many friends in the world who would happily help you with your laboratories or your libraries or your research sections. And in exchange, they will ask for your time and your spells, and that your workstation be located nearby them so they can have easy access to you. And one day, one of their enemies, will come looking for their friends, and you will be an easy target. If you wish, you could go to Valebrook. You could ask Lady Zara, or the king in Valebrook, or a hand. And they would help you out, undoubtedly. And then you would become a kept wizard who could pursue your research to very small ends. And one day, their enemies would come knocking at your door, not because of anything you've done, but because of with whom you have friends. If you wish to achieve true heights, one must leave civilization behind. This is my tower. This is my swamp. I do not need an apprentice, nor would you want to be my apprentice. But southward, there are mountains. Southward, the edge of the empire is reached. There are large reaches of lawless, empty land that the empire has no desire or taste for. If you wish to create yourself a lair or a home or a tower or a tomb of some sort, you should look beyond the lands of men. You find good friends here. They will cap you, or they will be your downfall. No great mage ever reached any heights working for someone else.
Wise counsel.
What if we were in
Alright.
the shadow plane, Arrakis?
What do you mean?
Is there not another version of this tower in the shadow plane?
Almost certainly, yes.
Couldn't you just bring stuff from here to the shadow plane and do your things in the same spot as Autumn? But
I look at
kind of-
Autumn and
Autumn's
say,
laughing.
if there is any space in this tower in the shadow plane, I'm sure Autumn's making good use of it. And if she hasn't found it yet, then I feel I'd be unlikely to find it myself.
If you can just walk between planes, I'm sure you have many, many options at your disposal. But I think you would also find the benefits of this tower are not simply a structure of stories of stone.
Agreed.
Anon.
Well, if I can take some time to study these spells, I'm up for whatever adventure you guys might lead us on. You can give me the time, I'll follow you on the next part of the path.
I think we can take let's do another month. Yeah, let's take a month.
She will look at Growl one more time and say, I know our conversation got distracted. You were asking me earlier if I knew anything or had any. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Thanks. Well, I feel like if you knew anything else that would help me, or if you wanted to tell me anything else that would help me figure out who I am, where I'm from, and where to find out more about myself, you would have told me by now. And I appreciate all the help that you've given me, Autumn. But it seems like the journey to find out more from here on out is going to be on my own, and when I do find out more, I will be happy to report back to you.
Is there ever anything I can do to help you? Please let me know. Always here for you, Growl. You are, in some strange ways, you are one of my only friends.
Grow's actually touched by this. And it feels like a rare moment of, or for a long time. It's been a long time since he's felt genuine connection to Autumn like this. And he will, in gnome form, stand up and may I give you a hug?
Yes.
He'll hug her.
Pickpocketer.
And if the dog's around, he'll pet the dog. And
Yep, Leaf is there.
he'll feel, even though this was an emotional experience to him and it was painful, thinking of the things that Autumn has said here and the things that he's learned, he will actually feel quite good, because if he's learned one thing, then it's that finding out more things is going to be painful, but also that he can get through that pain and feel it and then move on.
As our party leaves Autumn's tower, I'm assuming no one else had anything else to say.
I kind of want to stay there for the night and ask Arrakis something, because I might need to go talk to Autumn. Oh.
Well, then, as we spend the night here, there's a little thing that's been going on with Grau that I think needs a smidge of attention, because you've been in gnome form ever since we left the tomb, right?
You talking to me then, because I just took my headphones off.
No, I'm talking to
He's talking
Grau.
to Grau.
Oh, sorry.
One more
Grau,
time?
you've been in gnome form ever since you
Yes.
left the tomb.
Correct.
And you typically convert to bear form at night and then have to take a form again in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, maybe you didn't notice this. Maybe you're so used to changing forms every morning back into a gnome. Or maybe tonight is the first night that this is actually happening. But when you wake up in the morning, you are still in your gnome form.
What the
And you've
fuck?
got this moment of like, wait a minute, have I been waking up and turning into a gnome so quickly that I don't recognize it? Or have I been actually just in gnome form this whole time and I didn't realize what? But here you are in a bed. Actually, not in bed. I think you sleep in the garden. In a garden,
Yeah.
waking up, definitely in a gnome, without doing the quick, gotta be a gnome so I can talk to people transformation.
And I think back, and this has only been happening since I was in the tomb, right?
Well, it's happening now for certain, but
Yeah,
similar
I
to
can't
your
really-
other memories, like when you're
Mm.
traveling on the road, you wake up. Did you wake up and transform, or did you wake up in gnome form and not quite put one and one together? But you're
Yeah.
definitely aware of it right now.
Okay,
sense of-
I want to try one thing. I want to turn into a bear.
Mhm.
I want to try to turn back into a gnome.
Smart.
Oh. That's it. That is smart. Hold on. Read.
It's big brain time.
You turn back into a gnome.
What the fuck?
Can you turn back into a bear?
I try turning back into a bear.
You're a bear.
Holy shit. Growl literally just spends probably 5 minutes just going gnome, bear, gnome,
Nope.
bear.
You
gnome.
can't go back to gnome.
What?
Nope.
It might
Oh.
be that you've just learned to be able to sleep without reverting back. Or something like that.
Okay, I got an orc,
Yep. Orc.
bear,
Bear?
orc.
No.
Huh. I see. Yeah, so it's probably happening. It's carrying over, right? I get 3 transformations a day.
The next thing to try would be to try sleeping in
Yes, in a different form.
like a human or orc, yeah.
Yeah,
Because that'd be
so-
actually quite a big buff for you if you could sleep without reverting.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that gnome transformation, the first one was from the previous
Yeah,
day.
that's
So
what
it
I'm
would
thinking,
make
yeah.
sense that yeah.
What about can you become an elf?
He's never been able to become an elf.
No.
Well, okay. So, are we doing a time skip next time before next
Well,
time, yeah?
August had something to ask you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do this away from Grau. Can you detect magic on this? And I'll pull out of the bag of holding the symbol of Ponos. That's exquisite.
Yeah, let me take a look at it. I look it over in my hands, and then utter the same words that I've been speaking to cast detect magic, and observe the amulet.
When you say speak the same, are you casting detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've cast detect. This is the third time I've cast it this episode, so I'm just referencing the same words.
Yep. It is a non-magical amulet.
Okay.
I shake my head and say, sadly not. Well made, though. And then hand it back to him.
All right, I'll just sell it.
Maybe keep hold of it for a while before we sell it. In case anyone
Put it in
knows
the
about
bag.
it too, you know.
Put it in the bag, and that's it. I think we're going to go and spend a month for Arrakis to learn spells and get XP. Grau gets his big XP since he completed his holy quest, or...
Yeah, well,
Just to confirm, during this month, I obviously experiment more. I can also sleep in orc and human form.
No. Only gnome form seems to be holding over. Yeah, as we travel back to... I imagine before anything, we have to go back to Swampside to pay our debts.
Yeah.
And maybe square some things away. And then we're going to travel to Jaden, down to Valebrook, and then over to that small-ass village where the tomb is, yeah?
Yeah. On this journey as well...
Wait, before then, let me just square away some finances real quick. 130 gold to pay off your debtors. So that comes out of your silver, which was 5,000. Is now 5,000 minus 1,300.
Hold up, sorry. How's it 130 when our total expenses were only 60?
Your total expenses are 109, sir.
So, okay, well, how's it 130 then?
Because you had to borrow money from
We had to borrow money.
sketchy source, and there's interest on
Okay,
that.
I just want to make sure we're not paying back the horse guy. Okay.
No,
we're not paying.
No, we haven't got that far.
Right, good.
So out of the 5,000 silver, you pay 1,300 back to your loan. Then the next month's expenses come up pretty much immediately. So that's another 1,090 silver. That'll be November's expenses. I'm sorry,
Then we might as well
December's
pay the
expenses.
Yeah, we might as well pay the next month, so we don't have to fucking worry
And
about
then
it.
one more of that because you're going to be spending basically all of December. So
Doesn't go very far these days, silver, does it?
No, it's all right, though.
you will be paid up through January with 1,520 silver left over from your trip.
Did you keep track of all of the wealth we stole for experience purposes?
We haven't...
Yes, I got
Oh,
that for
yeah.
XP purposes. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
But whoever wrote down the 5,000 silver on their character sheet, please change that to 1,500.
I'll put it on mine.
20.
It's on mine.
Over the course of our journeys, I will explain to Grau how some spells have a second version of them, like a reverse casting, like Sanctify and Desecrate.
Yeah.
And Continual Light can be cast instead as Continual Darkness. And I show him my Continual Light Stone, like this is what a Continual Light Stone is. It's just a stone with continuous light cast on it.
Mm-hmm.
I would love. It's rarer. The wizards can't cast the reverse version. Only priests or druids can. If you could make me a darkness stone, I would be extremely grateful.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No rush. It's a powerful spell.
Hey, Grau's gonna make a mental note to not cast the reverse of water breathing. And he's going to.
Not all spells can be reversed, by the way, joke. But you know.
He will attempt to do this.
Why
Should
don't we
be-
leave the continual light and darkstone discussion for another day? Because we're near the end of our campaign here, and that there's fun stuff about this, or maybe, and it deserves its
Okay.
time.
Something we can talk about next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
XP this time, or save it for next?
Well, let's also. You stole the stuff: the holy symbol of Ponos, the spices,
Right.
the salt, the rugs, the candelabra, the torture tools, the utensils. You're selling all of that, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because you're not merchants, you're not actually getting full value. You're just going to a merchant who would sell such things, and they will pay you half price for all of those things.
It's fine.
So the only thing I really care about is where are you going to sell the holy symbol of Ponos? Who could you sell that
I think I'm
to?
gonna heed Arrakis' advice and not sell that right now and sell it later when we're probably further away from this area.
Okay. The
That's the
other
only thing we're
stuff
not
you
gonna
can sell in Swamp Side pretty easily. Ooh. Yeah, I did my math wrong before. So this will come out to you're gonna get 597 silver and 5 copper for this.
597 silver.
And 5 copper.
Perfect. We'll be at 2,117.
Okay, so we've got
And-
210 gold.
Yeah, as a good question here, the silver that you have is heavy. There's a lot.
It's going
of
in my
it.
bag of holding.
Okay, it's going in the bag of holding.
40 pounds.
So
It
the bag
wouldn't
of holding
hurt
can
to-
carry how much?
You said 500, right?
That sounds about right. Let
Did
me
that
double-
600 silver include the 5 gems as well?
No, it did not include the gems.
We want to sell those too.
The gems will need to go to probably to a major city to sell.
major city.
If we want to hand wave it, we can sell them in a major city. and you can
Like
get a
honestly,
fraction.
we're better off keeping our wealth and gems if we can get
It's
it
true.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
We'll
I
just
think just
keep 'em.
keep the gems. Yeah, like and we could, to be honest, if we can find an opportunity to convert some silver into gold, we should take that as well.
I think
That's
we're
all-
fine on the
everyone
silver
wants
because
to
we can just keep it in
convert
the bag
silver
of
to
holding.
gold.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. I'm saying if we find an opportunity.
Yeah.
Let me know exactly the bag of holding stats so I can write it down officially since I'm gonna hold on to it, I guess.
Okay. Oh, I don't remember what I said once upon a time.
I can
Very
probably
cool.
find it on the wiki.
Yeah, it's either a 250 or a 500-pound bag. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It was like the coin purse size opening. I don't know if that helps you.
I think there's something burning in my kitchen. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll find it. It's fine.
All right, coolio. I think that is going to be it for today's session. At the start of next session, I'll give you XP because you'll be spending lots of downtime, and we will resolve all sorts of stuff then. But that is going to wrap us up for today.
All right.
We'll see you all on the after show if you're a patron. If not, then you should join it so we can have more money and buy more cool stuff for the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.